Last Wednesday, the Cajuns were red hot, ending things early in game number 1 with a 14-4 thumping of the Legends. They went on to win game number 2 in convincing fashion as well before dropping the final game and bringing their overall record to a spicy 4-2. Then on Thursday, the reigning PLW champions swept aside the Snappers to slither their way to the top of the league standings. Solid performances from their rookies made an already scary-looking squad look downright venomous. Tonight, live from Las Vegas, it's the Cajuns versus the Sandvipers. Good evening and welcome to Hideaway Field in Las Vegas. It is a blustery, windy, cold night. Perfect wiffleball weather. It's another, just like last night, the winds are blowing out of the southwest at about 20 miles per hour, dead out to center field. I'm Greg Kelly, alongside my good friend and broadcast partner, Jim Dodos, in the booth. Jim, let's talk a little bit about this Cajun squad. They were picked to finish last in the league in the preseason power rankings. They currently sit second in this 10-team table.
Thank you, GK. Debut in the booth with you this season. Thanks for joining me up here. A wonder start for the Cajuns this year. However, a bit of a step up in class scenario tonight. No disrespect to the Lightning or the Cajuns, but the Vipers are defending champions and present a completely different challenge. I'm interested to see if the Cajuns have been reading a few headlines, or will they raise their level again tonight like they did last week?
They're going to have to. As you said, they are certainly facing up against a red-hot Sandviper squad. 5-1 on the season, swept through perennial finalists, the Snappers, and with relative ease in some low-scoring games last week. Leday, of course, a known quantity. He was the Rookie of the Year with the Ones in season number 2. He will lead off for the Cajuns tonight, followed by Casey Nielsen, batting second and playing second base. Will Morris, a rookie, will bat third, play left field. Anthony Michael, the DH in the 4-hole. Sashi Boba will start on the mound and bat fifth. And Ryan Ruesch will round out this 6-man lineup playing right field. Substitutes include Bo Evans, the man in that graphic, Nate Ruesch, Sean Suller, and Matthew Wantman. Talking a little bit about Leday, it's really no surprise that he leads this team offensively, sporting a 4.43 batting average, a 1.334 OPS. But, Jim, he can't do it all himself.
Right.
Let's talk a little bit about the offseason acquisitions from the Cajuns.
Plenty of those to go around on the Cajuns. Leday has done a great job of manufacturing this squad. I want to start with Kiefer Mcclendon, our third overall pick. Missed last week versus the Legends, and we saw what the Legends did. What the Cajuns did to the Legends without him. A nice, capable bat in the lineup for Leday to play with tonight. I was full of praise for Will Morris last week. Just has the look of a player that knows, looks the part, to say. And, a nice left-handed swing and should be a presence on the mound. And finally, Ryan Ruesch, who shut down the Legends and going to bring some energy and might get under the Sandviper skin a little bit.
Yeah, Ruesch, of course, coming over in an offseason trade from the Vaders, now a starting pitcher with this Cajuns. On the other side, the opponents this evening, the reigning PLW champion Sandvipers. The Sandvipers carried a 6-man squad through the latter half of Season 3 and into the playoffs where, of course, they were victorious. A much different look this season, extremely active in the draft. The Vipers now have 7 rookies, Jim, 3 of whom have made an immediate impact here in Season 4.
Yeah, Chris Warfield is known as the active manager for the Warbirds. Adam Tanic on the Sandvipers is sneaky active as well. Rookie Kenny McDowall has a home run and 4 RBIs in his first 6 at-bats for the Vipers. Marc Tavano, he's 3 for 15 in his start. Look for him to make an impact on defense as well. Cody Giordano was added in the draft as well and should compete for a spot in the Vipers lineup tonight as well.
Interested to see if those rookies continue their winning ways with the Sandvipers, but it's going to be leading off for the Cajuns, Andrew Leday. Tom Gannon will get the start for the Sandvipers, and we're ready to play ball.
Yeah, the Sandvipers have only featured 3 pitchers in 6 games this year. Gannon throwing 14 of those innings, Tanic throwing 14 of those innings, Trench Picone filling out the other 7. Critical for the Cajuns to test the depth of this Sandvipers pitching staff, which could be a weakness for them.
We have a little bit of maintenance going on out in center field. Pitcher Tom Gannon, whether it's superstition or whether he's checking on the health of some of our banners, he took a trot out to 113. He now settles into the pitching rubber. Ready to start game number 1.
And yeah, probably the wind kicked up about 10 miles an hour since about 10 minutes ago, Greg. So maybe thought it would died down a bit, but not the case.
Anything up in the air tonight is gone. First pitch is outside. Tom Gannon is going to feature a lot of different pitches. His signature pitch so far this season seems to be his finger change.
Yeah, Tom, a guy that will feature a slider to lefties, and then he'll drop the arm slot halfway and come with the drop ball when he's ahead in the count.
And he strikes out Leday. Back-to-back pitches there, one away.
And you mentioned his changeup as well. When he needs to change speeds, he will throw the finger in the ball. And everyone says you can hear it. Trust me, a lot easier said than done when you're up at the plate.
Casey Nielsen steps into the batter's box. He'll take a cut. That is going to go fair. Gannon will pick it up, make the second out easily under 5 seconds.
And what Tom's going to do, and he started this game off with 3 straight sliders, and he's just going to throw that pitch until someone hits it. And he's going to show as little as possible through this first time through the order, and then hopefully mix it up on rotations 2 and 3.
Rookie Will Morris will step into the left batter's box with 2 away. Slider outside for ball 1.
Morris taking noticeable steps up in the box there. Good 2 full steps there to try to cut off the slider.
Tall in stature.
Tom will notice that, though. He's very sharp out there.
Right over the top of the strike zone.
Morris, like I said in the preview, looks the part. His first career home run was a grand slam last week versus the Legends.
Oh my goodness, look at this ball. There is no chance for an outfielder. That was a pop fly out to first base, carried into center field, and got down for a single.
Yeah, is that McDowall out there in left?
Excuse me, it's a double. It must have gone off McDowall and hit the back wall.
The ball did him a favor, kind of blowing towards him, but I probably caught him off guard with how much that actually blew towards him.
Windy conditions here.
Incredible.
Michael will shoot that one back. Kick save and a beauty by Gannon. Hicks will pick it up, deliver it in the backstop for out number 3.
Gannon among the tops in his position, at fielding his position. Beautiful work there with the kick save. Sticking that right foot out. Hicks will never miss from there.
Sashi Boba is going to take the mound for the Cajuns. But let's go ahead and take a look at this Sandvipers lineup. We'll come to bat here in the bottom of the first. Leading off will be left fielder Adam Tanic, as always. Justin Hicks batting second, playing shortstop. Justin Hicks starting off very well this season. Marc Tavano, one of the rookies, will play second base and hit third. Tom Gannon, the pitcher, will bat fourth. Kenny McDowall, another rookie that we saw with trouble with that fly ball in center field, will bat fifth. Trench Picone. Gold Glover at third base will bat sixth. Substitutes include Michael Dean, Glenn Meadows, Dustin Flenty, Ethan Weiner, and Cody Giordano.
Yeah, Tanic doing a good job of keeping the core of that lineup together while mixing in some additions. Hicks, obviously a big pickup last year, and then now Tavano, who looks like he makes some gems already defensively. I think he's going to want to see his back get going tonight.
Tavano, a bit of a sleeper in the draft. He made some appearances before the draft here at Hideaway Field. Had some video taken that was distributed amongst the managers, but was not present on tryout day. Was selected by manager Adam Tanic. He's going to be an integral part of this squad.
Speaking of Adam Tanic, he'll lead things off here in the bottom of the first. Looking to have a big night tonight, as he always is, but in these conditions, Tanic merely has to bunt the ball out of here.
Sashi Boba on the hill, Tanic in the box. First shot is a line drive off the hands of Will Morris in right field.
Wow, Morris using that tall stature to get a hand on that. I'm not sure if that prevented a home run or almost assisted one. Nonetheless, a triple for Adam to get things going. He loves leading it off to get his squad rolling. Absolutely
on a wire. Wind certainly aided it. Good job by Morris just getting a hand on it. Hicks is going to pop this one up. Ruesch always going to have trouble with it. He will get it to the backstop in under 5 seconds for the force out. Tanic will not score on the play.
Yeah, a ton of backspin on that ball. Ruesch a little bit panicky with it, but stays with it.
Marc Tavano with one on and one out. going to pop this one straight up.
Sashi Boba starting for the Cajuns, you know, putting up some good numbers so far. Let's see if he's falls into the step up in class category.
Ooh, and he gets Tavano swinging early.
Yeah, a lot of these Cajuns, this is a great series to see if they can sustain the level of play they've been putting up. Obviously, they've been outperforming expectations. And are they the real deal or are they pretenders? And we'll find out a little more about that tonight.
Lefty Tom Gannon will step into the box with 2 away. And Adam Tanic on third base. Checks his swing. 57 miles per hour for ball 1.
Yeah, Tom's displaying a great eye to start this season. 6 walks already in 2 series. He's a man of many batting stances. He's always adjusting himself at the plate, trying new things.
Inside on the leg of Gannon for ball 2.
I'm a similar hitter myself, always trying to get comfortable in the box. Tom, no different. Don't be surprised if he puts some juice into one tonight.
Juice it will be. It's going to flare out to left field. The wind will carry it into the palms. A 2-run home run for Tom Gannon.
First home run of the season for Gannon, getting his power numbers going off early tonight. 2-0 of Vipers. And he'll be happy with that one with it going out to the left field line. Not easy to do. A little easier tonight, but he'll still feel good about it.
That's usually a flare out into shallow left field, gets up into this wind tonight, and anything up into that wind is going to go out of this ballpark.
Yeah, wow, the first couple fly balls we've seen have been heavily impacted.
Kenny McDowall looks at a strike in there at 52 miles per hour.
Only 6 at-bats on the season for McDowall, but a home run and 4 RBIs in those 6 at-bats. We'll call that productive.
He's going to wait on that one, but not long enough. Still hits it early down the third baseline foul.
Sashi Boba going to have to realize that giving up 2 runs in these conditions is not bad.
Misses with the slider there up and in.
Pitchers have to realize that your ERAs are probably going to go up tonight and have to manage those expectations.
Goes way inside.
It's easy to lose your confidence out here in these conditions, giving up home runs, and guys that aren't used to giving up runs. It's going to happen.
2-2 to McDowall. Swing and a miss. Boba strikes him out. And that ends the inning, but the Vipers do strike first. 2-0 off a 2-run shot by Tom Gannon.
Yeah, Cajuns going to have to get upstarted offensively. I do compare this series a bit to what we saw last night with the Warbirds and the Ones. Similar situation here with the Ones, the preseason favorite, Sandvipers a preseason favorite, and then 2 upstart clubs. And then, Leilani Acuna. The top of the second, it's time.
The top of the second is brought to you by Leilani Acuna, the official realtor of PLW. Whether you're buying or selling a home, you now have a realtor trusted by PLW players and family.
Thanks for being a part of PLW, Leilani.
Sashi Boba will step into the box, leading off the top of the second for the Cajuns. Watch a ball outside.
Yeah, more of the same from Tom, watching him very closely with his pitch selection.
Comes inside. Boba's going to foul that one off his hands. And it's 1-2. Down into the turf before it hits the K zone.
Slider, that one a little more spin on it. But so far, just variations of that slider.
He's going to throw the finger ball. Boba's going to pop it up. That's a fair ball. Gannon gets it.
Like a cat off the mound. Field knows how important it is to field this position. And great call, GK, recognizing that pitch out of the hand. Been doing some work at the with hitting it. You have, I see.
Yeah, I can recognize the ball. Hitting it's another story. Ryan Ruesch steps into the box. Number 6 hitter tonight.
Ruesch known for more of his pitching, but Leday looking for a boost at the bottom of the order.
And he'll check his swing and hold off. 2 balls and 1 strike. All batters do start with 1 strike against them here in Premier League Wiffle. He'll tip that one, foul it straight back. 2-2 to Ruesch.
Gannon really coming in there behind in the count. Ruesch got a good pitch to hit.
That one's going to go straight at Justin Hicks. He's got a cannon. Ooh, that one rose up on him a little bit, but did stay in play. And there's 2 outs.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of that tonight. Throws are going to, with wind basically blowing in your face on that throw back, not very easy. Makes that throw a lot further than it is.
Sure.
You may see a few rise over the top tonight.
Bring up Andrew Leday with 2 outs. And watch that one inside. 1-1.
Second time around here. Let's see what Tom does to mix it up.
Leday will shoot that one into left field. Waited, let that ball travel deep into the strike zone, and he's aboard with a single.
God, the guy's just a beautiful hitter. I mean, not easy in this league. Lefty. Most lefties pull lefties out here. Sits back and not afraid to let that get deep. And wow, very difficult to get him out.
There's Casey Nielsen with the runner on first. He's going to pop that one into left field. It's going to carry quite a bit. But McDowall doing a good job to get underneath it in left field. That's the 3rd out of the inning. No damage done by the Cajuns. Remains 2-0 Sandvipers as we move into the bottom of the 2nd. Greg Kelly alongside Jim Dodos. You're watching game number 1 of a 3-game series between the Cajuns and the Sandvipers. Be sure to stick with us all night. For those of you who haven't already, be sure to get your Wiffle points in. If you look down on the left-hand side of the chat, hit that little PLW emblem. You get free Wiffle points just for watching. You can accumulate those and bet those on the outcome of this game and every game after this.
Yeah, we'll be focusing on that throughout the night. Sandvipers a 2.5-run favorite coming in. A little bit of a lack of respect for the Cajuns, considering how they played. So, yeah, get those Wiffle points in all night. Plenty of things you can do with those to stay interactive with us and be a part of what we do here.
You can cash in those Wiffle points for quite a few things as well. Just click on that logo on the left side. See the drop down in your Twitch app. You can trade it in for a signed ball. You can highlight and redeem a message. We'll do at the end of the broadcast. We'll get some messages redeemed as we go back down to the field. We are underway here in the bottom of the 2nd. Trench Picone leads off for the Vipers. That will be a fair ball. Boba
Whoa.
in front of it.
I wasn't sure which way that ball was spinning.
Yeah, it looked
GK.
like it was spinning backwards, but then the wind blew it into fair territory.
Didn't really catch there. Boba got to it in time.
Adam Tanic will step in with 1 away. And the wind has died down. Will it stay died down, Jim?
Yeah, there are some forecasts out there in the local Vegas area that does show the wind dying down tonight a bit as we go through the evening. We're supposed to get clear skies the rest of the week with the temperature falling.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be very cold
but
here.
Wind not expected to be a part of that.
Late February usually starts warming up in Las Vegas, but it looks like we're going to have 1 more week of very cold winter here before spring sets in. Tanic with a swing and a miss.
A bit of patience, GK. Forecasts do show mid-70s, maybe by Sunday.
Wow.
Yes.
And that is a base on balls drawn by Adam Tanic, always in the top of the leaderboard for taking walks. A very good eye from the manager.
Yeah, plenty of depth on the mound tonight for the Cajuns. I don't mind the walk at all. Leading off with a walk, never ideal, but I'm in the mood to let these Sandvipers rookies beat me and not let Tanic and Gannon do the damage all night.
Justin Hicks, red hot in his last series, steps in. And he's going to flare that one. Ruesch with a great job over at third, gets it to... And they turn the double play.
GK, he's done it. A great play on a spinning ball by Nathan Ruesch, flipping over to Casey Nielsen, who I did not think that throw had enough juice. Right smack dab down the middle. Here we go.
He got enough height on that ball that it let it just drop right into the PLW emblem.
Yeah, kind of floated in there, but under the 5-second threshold. Cajuns sticking within that 2.5 and got the sticks in hand.
Great play by Nathan Ruesch over there at third base. Not an easy play to make. Got it in his hands, flipped it over to Nielsen.
Yeah, I thought that ball was going to get by Ruesch there. It had a ton of spin on it, and he fielded it deep, kind of extended on it, but it got some good hands on it, and the flip to Nielsen was effective.
Good athletic play to keep the deficit at 2. As we move into the top of the third, Sandvipers up 2-0 here in game number 1. And it's a cold one.
Yeah, temperature going to be dropping. We are dressed for it, GK. Prepared today. The gloves, beanie, not messing around up here in the booth. Suffered enough last week on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. That's in there, 48 miles per hour for a strike.
Yeah, Morris going to take that slider. Really a pitch he should be attacking off, Tom. 48, though.
That one's down into the turf. 1-2.
A bit of a pattern I've seen from pitching this season is more pitchers utilizing pitches in the 40s. Tom, one of them. Not afraid to go 47 to 49.
That's high. That's deep. Back, gone. Will Morris with a solo shot will get the Cajuns on the board.
And Will Morris not afraid to go pink box sign either with his second blast of the season. He looks the part, ladies and gentlemen. I think the Cajuns found themselves quite a rookie in Will Morris. Look for him on the mound tonight as well. Maybe an all-around player for these Cajuns.
Gannon shrugging his shoulders on that one. Not too much he can do. Gets up into the wind, and it will be gone tonight.
Yes.
Early swing by Michael.
That ball probably on a normal night, not out of here. Absolutely, but like I said, pitchers have to be ready for their ERAs to spike a little bit tonight.
We got an extra bucket of balls on standby just in case we need them tonight. Gannon gets in there 1 mile per hour over the limit at 56.
Yeah, it comes through that slider to Morris at about 47. Throws that same pitch at 56.
Check out that 56 emote.
Oh, yeah, I love that one. Good addition.
Flare to the right side over the outstretched hands of Tavano. That will drop in for a single. Anthony Michael is aboard with nobody out.
Kind of a seeing eye line drive there. Didn't get a piece of it, a little out in front, but able to poke it into right center. Cajuns got some going here in the third.
Sashi Boba steps in, 1 on, nobody out. Swing and a miss, a little late from Sashi.
And I haven't seen a ton of pitch variation from Tom tonight. He's stuck him with that slider. Very strange. He usually mixes it up pretty well.
Another slider and fouled back.
A lot of times this wind will cause pitches to hang up there a little more too.
Slider outside. And you're right, Jim. A healthy dose of sliders from Gannon. This goes with the changeup. Hicks is going to have trouble with it. He'll flip it over Tavano at second. Tavano will eat it. Won't attempt the throw. Doesn't want to throw it out of play. So Sashi Bobo will reach first base on a fielder's choice.
Great job getting it out there. Very fundamental, as you'd expect from the Sandvipers. Not a stock guy. Saw that question. In conditions like these, I think about giving up a home run for about 2 seconds before I'm on to the next batter.
Ryan Ruesch spits on ball 1.
Maybe a few mannerisms on the mound.
Shot through. Right past the second baseman. Tavano's got a lot of balls hit at him tonight, but not anything that he could handle. That'll be first and third. Base hit by Ryan Ruesch.
Yeah, Cajuns making Gannon looking pretty ordinary right now, and Tanic senses a little danger here. He's going to call time and have a chat.
Come on out there, talk to Tom a little bit about his approach, perhaps if they want to make a pitching change or not. They do have the top of the order and a very dangerous Andrew Leday.
Yeah, I'm sure Tanic's seen the same things I am. Tom's not mixing it up very much. The Cajuns aren't fooled. Tom has much more selection than what he's throwing. It's this third time through the order now. Probably a good time to start busting that out. Like I said, the Sandvipers haven't been challenged much as far as their bullpen goes this year, with only 3 pitchers featuring. It must be a nice...
Gannon will remain on the hill. Leday will step in. Runners on the corners, and only 1 out. Swing and a miss from Leday. Leday with a base hit in his last at-bat. Slider outside. 1-2.
With the Vipers being a bit deeper this year, allows Tanic to do a little more managing.
finger ball, misses away and low, evens the count.
I'm waiting for that Gannon drop ball, featured 12-6 drop ball, very sharp.
Slider at Tavano, caught in the air for out number 2. Runners will hold.
Tavano immediately looking for a base to go to after that line drive catch. Sign of a baseball player.
Yeah, you just can never get rid of those instincts. We had a rookie last night run to first base on contact.
Always look for an out. You're taught at a young age.
It's Casey Nielsen. 2 outs. Ruesch on first, Boba on third. Shoot that up the middle. Hicks knocks it down. Tavano will just grab it and put his foot on second base for the force out and the third out of the inning.
Gannon extending his right hand to try to stop that. I think he pulled that back at the last second, realizing his shortstop's behind him. And a good idea there, as you don't exactly know where that ball is going to go if it does deflect off the pitcher.
Hicks doing a good job making himself large and just batting that ball down, letting his second baseman pick it up and clean up the garbage. The Cajuns do strike. A solo shot off the bat of Will Morris has cut the deficit in half. They threaten there in the top of the third to go a little bit deeper, but Gannon able to retire them after a mound meeting with manager Adam Tanic.
Yeah, Gannon doing a great job of minimizing damage there. That's just so crucial when you get in jams. Give up one, okay, expected. Gets runners on base. Tanic calming the situation down, getting everybody's head squared away and minimizing the damage. Class work there by the Sandvipers.
428 viewers joining us live on Twitch tonight. Hello, Wiffle Nation. You're watching game number 1 between the Cajuns and the Vipers. Marc Tavano will shoot one right up the middle, and this rookie has a good swing, Jim.
Yeah, Tavano getting himself going offensively there. And, you know that one-run inning, the Cajuns get on the board, but kind of lose momentum by not scoring anymore. And now momentum firmly on the Sandvipers side with a leadoff hit there.
And the wind has died down. All of a sudden, none at all.
No, you're right.
Another one right up the middle, left side. Runners on first and second for the Vipers. Nobody out.
Tavano going to go to third there, but he shouldn't. That ball was on the left side of second base.
Still learning the rules.
Vipers with something cooking here in the third, and we have the makings of a good one here to start.
Kenny McDowall. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Boba in trouble. Goes up high. Gets McDowall to swing underneath it.
And now it's Sashi Boba's turn to minimize damage. He's found himself in a jam. Can he get his ground ball?
They need Ruesch to look alive over there on the third base side.
Yeah,
Boba goes outside.
These first and second situations with that easy third to second double play, GK. Ground balls to third base cannot be in the hitter's mind here.
That one will fall in 50, heart of the pan. McDowall will get frozen for out number 1.
Nice bounce back from Boba. More work to do.
Bring up Trench Picone. Picone grounded out his last at-bat. Looked like it was going to go foul. The wind blew it back into fair territory. Looking for a better deal this time around.
Picone has ditched that white beanie onto a more traditional look, the Sandvipers hat. I wonder if that was instructions of manager Adam Tanic there. Runs a tight ship, I've heard.
Bubba will miss with the slider, didn't break back in. That will be shot into left. Ryan Ruesch underneath it for out number 2.
Ruesch utilizing the slide there, not because he had to, but to get eye level with the ball is why you kind of slide there. Kind of get your eyes on the same plane so you can just focus on catching the ball. Well done there, decent form. Now what do you do here, GK? You have one walk, and they are going to make a move here. Yeah, they're going to go to a lefty.
In will come left-hander and manager Andrew Leday. He'll take a few warm-up pitches. And as he does, we're going to ask our viewers who are watching us on TikTok to join us over on Twitch. Those of you who are watching that stream right now are seeing a single camera angle. It's a decent camera angle, but we have 3 of them over here on Twitch. We also have live commentary, instant replays, scoreboards. You can bet your Wiffle points. Follow that link written on the field, twitch.tv/Premier Wiffle. Join us over here on Twitch.
Yeah, betting your Wiffle points, just a crucial reason to get over to Twitch. It's so much fun, so much interaction in the league. with that, and when you have series like you had last night where it wasn't as competitive, people stay engaged by betting wiffle points. As Mateo, we look at the highlighted message, GK.
Mateo redeeming 200 points to highlight his message. We see you, Mateo of the Bombers.
Underutilized Twitch feature, highlighting the messages with so many more viewers this year, GK. The chat just flies by the broadcasters sometimes.
Yep.
Highlighting the message does help us see and stick out from the pile.
Adam Tanic.
As you always speak to how fast-paced Wiffleball is.
Oh, yeah.
When the chat has become fast-paced as well.
Almost impossible for us to keep up with it now with 400 to 500 viewers. Leday will miss high for ball number 1.
There was 2 ways the Leday could have played this. He could have used Boba and got a second walk and loaded the bases. Choosing to be aggressive here and go after Tanic.
Goes sidearm, and he'll miss just underneath the bottom bar. And it's 2-1 to Tanic.
Hicks did have a couple weak swings off Boba.
Shot through on the right side. Nielsen doing a good job to get down and after it, but that ball was just hit too hard. That's a 2-run RBI.
Vipers extend the advantage, get closer to covering that elusive 2.5.
Excuse me, 1 run.
Tom with a little bluff around third there.
3-1 Vipers. Justin Hicks. Screwball from Leday will miss low.
Now interesting to leave Leday in there. Against the right, and now the matchup's kind of gone. Oh.
Off the hand of Leday. He'll have time to scramble after it and just toss it into the backstop. Under 4 seconds, that's out number 3. Cajuns kind of squirm out of that one, but there was a 1 RBI single by Adam Tanic to increase their lead 3-1.
Swift right hand there, and the damage is minimized on the other side. Plenty of base runners in this game, only a 3-1 score. And the wind has calmed down significantly, GK.
Yeah,
Looks like my forecaster was correct. Hopefully that continues.
We'll see if it remains that way. It was calm right before game time. It was also about 55 degrees right as the game started. 20 to 30 mile gust came in here. It dropped about 10 degrees as well. A chilly one out here at Hideaway. As we'll watch Will Morris step into the box here in the top of the 4th. His Cajuns are chasing 2 runs.
Morris doing damage in his last at bat. He may be doing damage for a long time. And kind of took that same pitch for strike 2 in his last at bat.
Yep.
Showing a lot of patience at the plate. He as well has 6 walks. For a rookie, that's a pretty good number in your first 2 series.
Down into the dirt. Ball 1, 1 and 2.
What I like with Morris is his just overall stature. Not panicky up there, not twitchy, very calm in his demeanor.
Finger ball from Tom will miss low and away. 2 and 2.
The way he takes pitches, he's not check swinging. He's watching the ball into the zone a long time. Those are little cues of a professional.
Recognizes that slider late, swings through it. Tom Gannon hits the top bar, strikes out Morris for the first out.
Location is undefeated. Another slider from Tom, just picks the right location, gets up in the wheelhouse of Morris there for the first out.
Bring in Anthony Michael. Base hit, flare into right field, his last at-bat.
Now, Michael, a guy that I think was a huge pickup for the Cajuns. He had a really good year last year at the Vaders. I was pretty shocked that Sasai just let him go, or he made the trade for him.
Didn't get a whole lot of playing time with the Vaders either.
Right. Michael has put up good numbers while he's been out here. Strikes out there.
No,
excuse me.
1 and 2.
I'm sorry. Thought that first pitch caught the zone.
He will eventually strike out. 2 strikeouts in a row for Gannon. His 3rd on the night.
Gannon gets him to expand the zone. So important to be locked in on your hitting zone.
We'll bring out Boba. Watches that one low.
You're going to strike out a lot in this league if you expand your zone consistently.
Finger ball. You could hear the pop now that the wind has stopped. 48 miles per hour. Boba watches it right into the heart of the strike zone.
Looking forward to facing that pitch, GK.
Goes back, gasses up. 57-mile-per-hour slider gets Boba to swing and miss, and that is the third out of the inning. 3 strikeouts in a row. Gannon strikes out the side.
That was class there from Gannon, really putting on a display of changing speed and location. Not throwing anything that's going to blow you away as far as movement goes, but just able to go, kind of finger change up at 48, and then same pitch right back at 57. Very deceiving, very impressive stuff from Gannon.
Gannon, one of the best pitchers in this league, perennial Gold Glover, also out there in left field and all around. Great guy as well. Does a lot of work here at Hideaway Field on the PLW Stream Team every day. He's out here doing wiffle ball, eats, breathes, and sleeps it. Marc Tavano will step into the box here in the bottom of the 4th. Screwball from Leday, 53, and in there.
Yeah, feature pitch from Leday. Doubt Tavano has seen much of that in his tenure.
He's going to go back to it. Doesn't screw as much. Instead, it drops straight down. Slider fouled down into the turf.
Recognize that being a strike late and was able to spoil it. That's buying yourself another pitch. Can be key in any at-bat.
Dragon Lady out there with 5 subs. As Tavano will skip that one off the turf. That looked like a rock jumping off a lake.
Yeah, well described, GK. And he picked up that one up late as well, but able to keep his hands inside and do something with it. And maybe you should put a fielder over there. Nice job by Marc Tavano getting himself going.
That ball was past home plate at the point of contact. Tom Gannon will step in. Nobody out. Runner in scoring position. Slider inside for ball 1.
Vipers with another rally here in the 4th.
Another slider, same position. Ball number 2.
Leday, it's been slider screwball so far. It's going to have to locate those pitches. Kind of chokes that one. Holds on to it too long.
And 4 pitches in a row will put Gannon on first base.
Nobody hurt there. Utilizes the open bag to get his double play. Double plays all over the field. Third to second being the preferred option.
McDowall with 2 on, nobody out.
McDowall maybe liked seeing a lefty up there.
Screwball popped up into left field. Ryan Ruesch tracks underneath it. Makes the grab.
Can of corn for Ruesch out there. Gets the first out of the inning.
Yeah, that same ball about 2 innings ago would have flown over the palms in left field, but the wind has died down, and it's a routine play.
Glad to see that, GK. Like when the field plays a little more neutral.
I'll bring up Picone. Screwball cut back inside. Picone offers at it, tips it down into the turf.
Yeah, Trench thinking he's going to get a ball to pull there. Goes away from him at the last second. Just tips it.
Slider inside.
That's a knuckleball, GK.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that dancing around with no spin. Absolute knuckleball from Leday as more and more pitchers are showcasing that.
Wow, the movement went in the direction of a slider, but yes, that did dance around quite a bit.
That's all depends on which side you hold the holes in, is which way that pitch would break.
There's a slider, and that misses away. 2-2. (12-6). Picone shoots it into center. Ruesch underneath it. Busy man out there today, Ryan Ruesch, second out of the inning.
Trench got a great piece of that. And another ball probably 10 minutes ago. That's probably flying out of here. And it's been a game of minimizing damage so far.
Here's a great matchup, lefty on lefty. Leday versus Tanic. 2 on, 2 out.
Yeah, tricky spot here. You got to walk. You also have 2 runners on. We talk about this a lot on the Warbirds. I'm not giving up a 3-run homer here. I'm throwing the nastiest stuff I have.
Goes with the drop ball. 58, it's hot.
Oh, he's onto it, though, on the plate. And if Tanic takes those pitches, then I may just have to walk out of here, GK. That's how I play this. I'm not giving up a 3-run home run here. Just throwing the nastiest stuff I have, and if he beats me, then so be it.
This is high and away. 3-1 to Tanic.
Got to have trust in your teammates behind you to get you out of a jam.
And he will have to have trust in his next pitcher, as that is the second walk for Andrew Leday. It fills up the bases, 2 outs. And Leday scans the field to decide who he's going to put on the mound. He points out to right field. It's going to be rookie Will Morris.
Interesting decision. Sashi Boba had some success against Hicks, but maybe he wants to give him a fresh arm, a fresh look here. And going to Will Morris early, this rookie impact player for these Cajuns. Morris swings lefty, throws righty though, so no matchup problems here. It will be righty versus righty. Hicks looking to get his bat going today. 2 relatively newer players out here in the PLW. Want to thank everyone for joining us on Twitch tonight. 544 viewers at the GK. Want to say what up? I see Dragon Lady hanging out.
Dragon Lady has given out 698 gift subscriptions.
I know. GK, we tried to compete with her for a while, but blew us away.
Yeah, we thought about maybe giving out an award to whoever gave out the most subs, but we just know Dragon Lady's going to win that every time.
Yeah.
So we might have to have a second place award.
Right.
So you can give out the second most.
I know, it's almost like I got my eye on the bronze one there. Yeah, that might be the most coveted one at this point.
Reminder to those of you who have an Amazon Prime account, just type !Prime into the chat. Link up your Amazon Prime account with Twitch, and you can use 1 free subscription per month to watch free PLW ad-free.
And here's Hicks to the plate. Plenty of spread drama here. Get the chat fired up. Some of you laying 2.5, some of you taking 2.5.
First pitch from Will Morris is fouled back into the strike zone. First PLW pitch is a strike.
For sure, pivotal AB here.
It's low.
And GK, no, Will Morris did pitch.
Oh, thank
he
you.
started game 3.
Thank you.
That was a tough luck loser in that game. Pitched very well.
I appreciate that correction. As the wind picks up, it looks like it's not going to remain calm for long, Jim.
Wow, just out of nowhere. The Vegas wind is incredible.
Get a lot of cells, small little bits of weather that come through and pass. Will Morris will strike out Hicks. They will strand 3, and the Cajuns wiggle out of this one, 3-1.
You know, these new Cajuns playing like a veteran squad, GK, that's perfect execution of how kind of the beat out on Tanic. You know, Leday didn't give in, walks out, and it has trust in Morris to come in and throw some quality pitches, and Hicks is having a tough game 1.
Yeah, they were in trouble, but they did indeed get out of it. As we're hoping that we're still live. Somebody down in the booth below, give a peek up here. I've got nothing on my screen. I'm going to step out of the booth for 1 second.
I got you, GK. We're going to just keep rolling along here. Rolling into the top of the 5th inning, it's Tom Gannon. A masterful performance so far. As GK very involved in the production here at Hideaway when things go awry. He is Johnny on the spot. I will keep us focused on the play on the field. Ryan Ruesch
Get back down to the field, guys.
GK staying with me. I like it. Ruesch going to try to fire his team up as he usually does. Ahead in the count here, 2-1. Chasing 2. And a bit of an ephus pitch there from Gannon. Misses inside. Ruesch has some count leverage here, 3-1 to lead off this inning. Top 5, Gannon has looked masterful so far. As Ruesch engineers a leadoff walk. Walk number 1 for Gannon. Gannon has really been crafty tonight. He's been kind of changing speeds, not really showcasing all his pitches, GK. I wonder if he's not trying to show the league too much this early.
It's possible. Bring up Andrew Leday. Runner on first, nobody out. Cajuns Currently looking at a 2-run deficit. Andrew Leday could tie it up right here. Finger ball from Tom misses low, just underneath the bottom bar.
Yeah, that looked like it was a strike for a long time, just underneath that bar.
He's going to throw an eephus.
Yeah, I don't know what Tom's doing with that. Kind of giving in there to Leday. I don't think he's fooled by that much. Interesting pitch selection from Tom tonight. He hasn't shown too much of his arsenal.
That is going to be popped up. Will the wind take it? It will. A 2-run shot. And we have a tie ball game.
Ryan Ruesch kind of injecting energy in his team with that leadoff walk. Rolls the lineup over to their best player, Angelo Day, who pops one up and then the wind and kind of caught the nice window there where that wind came back. 5 minutes ago, that's probably not out.
Yep. Playing the conditions, Leday knows that he can loft one up there. Mother Nature does the rest, and we are tied 3 apiece here in the top of the 5th.
Living in a desert valley, we get all kinds of funky wind coming through here. Leday finds the right tunnel, hits it to center. 3-3.
Slider in there, 46. Nielsen will fall behind 0-2. Down into the turf and away.
Nielsen, a fighter in the box there. Real jittery stance. Really looks like he's just trying to fight things off, but he can put a punch into one.
Straight at Justin Hicks. Pick it up, align the holes, fire a laser into the backstop for the first out.
Yeah, when Hicks gets his throws right, they're fun to watch, aren't they?
Effortless
delivery. But a little bit of zest behind that. And straight as an arrow.
Morris just a little bit in front of that finger ball.
First time swinging at the first pitch tonight from Morris. Gannon has come in first pitch a couple times. Morris just out in front of that.
Morris with the solo homer in the 3rd. Struck out his last at-bat. Checks his swing. He did not go.
Yeah, he held that. Nice pitch from Gannon. Lefties will be aggressive in that lone inside window.
Misses high and away. Fills the count.
Action pitch here.
Oh, wow.
Man.
40 miles per hour.
Oh, man, it's easy to say to go to 40 in that spot, but I've been up there a ton, GK. That takes a ton of huevos to just drop it down to 40 against an opposing hitter like that, who's already taking you deep. Beautiful from Gannon there.
Anthony Michael, that'll go right off his hands over to Hick. But they're going to say it went off his foot. So it's a foul ball.
Wow. Tom Gannon not afraid to pull tricks out of the hat at any moment. Full count there with one walk as well.
Speeds up a bit, 56, and misses inside.
Me and Tanic discussed that last week. How this just isn't in the league anymore. You can go 3-2 cookie. You got to throw your best pitch.
Yeah. Wow, was that a riser, Jim?
Yeah, that was something a little different there. Put some heat on behind that one as well. Didn't look like the changeup, did it?
No, it looked like it jumped up just a little bit at the last second. 6th strikeout of the night for Gannon. The score is tied. The Vipers will come back up here in the bottom of the 5th, try to regain that lead. We've got 554 viewers watching us live on Twitch. This is Premier League Wiffle game number 1 between the Cajuns and the Sandvipers, all knotted up at 3 apiece. Just to remind you, 2 more games to play right after this one. Check out the pin on Jim.
Going to be a nice lapel addition for the rest of the season in the booth, GK.
I had one on, and I swear the wind blew it right off somewhere around the 1st inning.
I'll put the next order in for pins, make them a little deeper for your thicker coats, GK. But we're back to the field. We got ourselves a good one here, GK. Cajuns answering some pregame questions. They look like they're here to play tonight.
Yeah, Ryan Ruesch asked me as I was walking over the field how I thought his team might do tonight, and I said, I think you guys got a chance, and he said, all three, and I wrinkled my forehead a little bit. It's 2 out of 3, and I said, well, I'm rooting for you, Ryan. He will take the mound here in the bottom of the 5th for his Cajuns and try to shut them down.
Yeah, I mean, the Cajuns probably coming into the season, you'd think 1 out of 3 would be a fine result tonight, but they steal this first one, and it's almost a free roll the rest of the night.
Sure.
And they're going to bring in Ruesch. Ruesch was brilliant last week against the Legends. I mean, he pitched. It might have been the pitching performance of the week. Completely stymied a good Legends lineup in terrible conditions. He did it with a slider that he lived on the outside pipe most of the time.
I want to thank Try Hard New gifting 5 subs out to the PLW community. And Mateo is using up all of his Wiffle points, highlighting messages.
I love it. Good way to get noticed in the chat by broadcasters. Mateo, hit up your boy. I got you on a pin.
Marc Tavano is going to lead off for the Sandvipers. He has led off the last 2 innings. As Ryan Ruesch is going to direct his defense.
2 hits in this game for Tavano.
You can see that dust blowing across Hideaway Field right now. Tavano will swing and miss, and Ruesch jumps ahead 0-2.
Ruesch attacked the strike zone last week. He was getting strike 1 constantly. 0-2 counts were standard in his last appearance.
A riser ball from Ruesch gets Tavano to swing and miss. He strikes out for out number 1.
And the Cajuns have chopped up the innings. It's been a bullpen performance from the Cajuns. Bubba went 3, Leday 2, Ruesch 1. Plenty of innings available as Gannon already threw 5. It's going to be a storyline for the rest of the series here.
Gannon does jump into the box here. Watch that one in there, 54.
Yeah, it's got late movement on it, sharp up and down movement. Good pitch. Ruesch is going to rely on that.
I think a little bit of moisture might have gotten onto our center field camera lens.
Some more gusts of wind hitting Hideaway Field.
The windy conditions do continue to worsen here in the bottom of the 5th.
Look for a little bit of rain here, GK.
Yeah.
Sky's looking questionable as well. Some kind of little system is coming through here. 2-2. Yeah, having an effect on Ruesch's pitches. I think the last 3 he's thrown, the wind has gone up about 15 miles an hour.
I'm probably going to put on my engineer hat in a little bit here, Jim, and go check on that center field camera.
Absolutely, GK. I got you.
Ryan Ruesch always animated.
As you see, Ruesch there stepped off the mound, checked the wind, and then made the adjustment. Impressive. 2 away here.
Jim, I'm going to leave you alone. I'll be back in a little bit.
As GK steps away, our head engineer here, a lot of our production is in thanks to that man right there, Greg Kelly. I'll take over solo here for a little bit. Ryan Ruesch, 2 outs, 0-2 count here to McDowall. Goes with the riser here. That's a tough pitch in these conditions with the wind blowing right at you. That thing rose a ton. 3 a ball game, bottom 5, game 1 of this, a 3-game set. McDowall chops at that one, grounds it, left side, foul. Cajuns trying to stay in the upper echelons of the PLW table. 4-2 start to the season. Ruesch misses away there, evens the count. 2-2, 2 outs. Month number 2, day number 22, year 2022. Embrace this moment, folks. If I can only have 2 runners on base, a true deuces wild. And that's hit the center field. Didn't get much on it, but in these conditions, that's 50 feet out of here. McDowall, his 2nd career PLW home run. And as he trots the bases, rain begins to fall at Hideaway Field. 4-3, Sandvipers reached out and caught some barrel on that one. And look how far that thing went. What conditions we are seeing here. The Vipers will not care about that. All they care about is retaking this lead in the bottom of the 5th. Huge 2-out blast there. And Picone will look to turn the lineup over to Adam Tanic. Ruesch misses away there. Cannot believe that got out there. Really just fished at that one, threw his hands at it. Little slight steady rain begins to fall here at the Hideaway. Nice 12-6 there. Good 2-1 pitch. Gets the count to 2-2. Picone hit the ball hard last time. Conditions were much different in his last at bat. Very interesting night here at the Hideaway. And Chase is there, but the damage is done. Vipers will look to close this thing out. Cajuns plus 2.5 backers, feeling great right now. As you look to be home free, you almost don't want the Cajuns to tie this up. Ever been in that situation where you hold the ticket on the dog and you just want the game to end where it's at? Let's see if the Cajuns can fight back and square this thing away, give us some spread drama and some game drama. Jim Dodos here taking this thing solo for now. GK, our man, taking care of the production side of things. Tom Gannon is out there on the hill looking to close this thing out. He has been masterful. Really has displayed 1 or 2 pitches all night, changing speeds, being crafty. I promise you folks, he has about 9 pitches that I don't think he's just showing the league at this point. As we transition into the top of the 6th, here we go. It's Bo Evans getting his first AB of the night. And he checks at that one. However, it's on my couch. I looked at that this morning. I got you. It's all washed and clean for you as well. Here's the 1-1. Wow, and you see there what changing speed can do for you in this league. Bo Evans just drilled in on 55. Gannon having that thing on a piece of wire there, pulling it back away from Evans's bat. The 1-2 misses there. 2-2. One walk for Gannon tonight. Second walk would be crucial. Or a base hit up the middle, also crucial. As Bo Evans gets started, he's been a bright spot for these Cajuns this season, delivering big hits for this club. Really showed out in that opening series against the Lightning and extends his campaign. Big hit here in the 6th. Here's Ruesch. Let's see it in the chat. Let's hear those Cajuns plus 2.5 backers. Where are you at? Feeling good about those Wiffle points right now. Do you want to see the Cajuns tie this up? Or you just rather have it 4-3 Sandvipers? There's the 1-0. Inside pitch, that's kind of fisted the other way. Tavano diving to his right. Can't quite get there. As GK looks to have some plastic bags, covering up these monitors. A little bit of steady rainfall still pouring here at the Hideaway. Light but steady. We call that a change-up from Tom. When I say that, that means he has his finger in the hole there. In the wiffle ball hole, I must say, for clarity. 49 from Tom again there. He's been not afraid to dip his pitches into the 40s tonight. And that's shot into right. Tricky there. And that is caught by Michael Dean. In between defenders there, the outfielder is the one that takes charge and makes a tough play. Tavano all in his face there, right in his grill. Dean showing high level of concentration, comes down with it. Evans still at first base. The dangerous Andrew Leday at the bat. He's already done plenty of damage tonight. Hard slider at 51, low and away. Let's see how spicy these Cajuns can get here. That not close. Leday ahead in the count, 2-1, an action pitch incoming. Gannon sets, delivers. Up and in. That had to be a little enticing there to Leday, but too high for him to bite at. Let's see if Leday's going to take here to get a runner in scoring position, or is he going to be aggressive to way ahead in the count? He will take. He was leaning for that, but ultimately makes the right decision, walks Tom Gannon out, and what is Tanic going to do here? Tanic's going to take the pressure into his own hands here. Adam Tanic, ladies and gentlemen, to close this thing out. Tanic, 14.1 innings pitched on the season. Ladies and gentlemen, he has not surrendered a run yet. Yes, that's a 14 inning scoreless streak to start your season this year.
57.
As our monitors are covered up from the rain, there's the rain lightning up here at Hideaway. A steady light drizzle, almost a mist, you'd call it. As I'm going to reiterate, 14 scoreless innings to start your PLW campaign. That's a good start, I'd say. The line on Gannon. Gannon goes 5 1/3, concedes 3, which in these conditions is well done. And he's going to leave runners at first and second with 1 out for Adam Tanic. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, the Vipers have only used 3 pitchers all season. It looks like a long season of work for Gannon, Picone, and Tanic this year. Not much pitching time so far for Tavano, Hicks, McDowall. Something as a bit of a question mark for the Sandvipers club, the defending champions. I mean, used to playing with a short squad, but 3 pitchers isn't a lot. And at some point, they're going to be tested to go deeper in that bullpen. Let's see if tonight can be that night. Can the Cajuns break through the big 3 of the Sandvipers? And it starts breaking through Tanic and ending that scoreless streak here. Casey Nielsen is tasked with that. And that's 51 right after Nielsen. Good swing and a miss right through that. And gets gassed up 62 miles an hour, somehow fouls that off, right off the hands. As you see the Vipers, all their pitchers doing a great job of changing speeds, keeping hitters off balance. Thinking out there, pitching, not just throwing, not just trying to throw strikes. It's not that kind of league anymore. Foul tip back, that missed the zone. 2 seasons ago, it was that kind of league. Pitchers just trying to throw strikes, get ahead of hitters. Can't happen anymore. Got to think on the mound. Got to have a plan up there. Got to throw location, speed. All that has to be while being nasty at the same time. And that misses up 3-2. Nielsen showing some character up there, showing some heart. He's gotten his count back. And gets a good pitch to hit. It's hit the center field. Diving out there, hits against the Leilani Acuna sign. That hits the wall. I believe that might score 2. We're going to wait for a ruling from the officials. Did he get a hand on that? Is it a clean double or a dirty double? Waiting for a ruling here. Bo Evans has definitely come in to score to tie this game. And it looks like it's a dirty double. A hand was placed on that ball before it hit the wall. It goes off the hand into the wall. That's a dirty double. That means that runner at first base stays at third with 1 out. That run will be scored to Tom Gannon, so the scoreless streak still alive for Adam Tanic. He goes 62 in to the pen. Well recognized by Morris. GK coming back into the booth at the right time. Good stuff here.
What do we got, Jim?
We got a tie ball game with runners at second and third, 1 out. And we have a forward spinning ball. That's a fair ball.
I think they're calling it a foul or no?
No, they said it was off the plate, not the foot. Kyle Lohman, very, very sure about that call. Huge second out there. And Cajuns plus 2.5 backers, a worse scenario for them is a tie ball game heading into the 6th. That's the only way they can lose their bet. I've been there before. Been on the dog, and they tie it up and then blow it. 3-run homer. We all got those stories, don't we, GK?
Great excitement here at Hideaway Field. Sorry that we don't have the center field camera available for you. We did have to cover it up. Equipment obviously not designed for rain, but it looks like the rain may have passed, so we might see the reemergence of that camera.
Yeah, and GK, no more tarp out there in the center field. Not equipped for this wind.
Well, it blew away in the wind. Got a pop-up tent over there to protect it from the rain. The wind took care of that.
Michael, second base. Tavano makes a nice play.
Does he know? It hits the ground. Wow. And Michael is aboard on an error. That'll score another one. The Cajuns are up 5-4.
Made such a great play on that ball, but then bobbled the pickup, and that's where the panic set in. And the throw goes awry. 5-4 Cajuns. Wow, what a fight from the Cajuns here, coming from behind twice.
Swing and a miss from Evans.
Down 3-1, down 4-3. They keep punching, GK. As that's up and away from Tanic. Bo Evans got this whole thing started. Shot one up the middle to open this. This is big news, folks, here in the PLW. These Cajuns look to be our Cinderella story, our kind of our upstart team. Great storyline. That's a ground ball to short. Hicks takes it the easy way for the force. The damage is done. Cajuns score for 2 in the top of the 6th. 5-4. We got ourselves a good one here.
And the Sandvipers looking to come back here. Last chance in the bottom of the 6th to try to capture this game back. The upstart Cajuns, again, were ranked number 10 in the preseason power rankings. And, Jim, maybe they took that a little personally.
Absolutely. I mean, you look for fuel, kind of read the headlines for some kind of fuel. I mean, I watched the Michael Jordan documentary during the COVID shutdowns, and I saw that's good stuff. And I know this isn't the professional sports, but we take it seriously out here, and guys look for edges like that.
It's about the highest level of wiffle ball that you can play. There are other leagues that play different formats, but we do take it about as seriously as you can out here, trying to build ourselves a brand here at Premier League Wiffle.
Yeah, and it is a community, GK. I mean, there are some smack talk and some grudges and a lot of group chats. A lot of things get said, and guys do have a chip on their shoulder out here and something to prove.
I counted the other day. I was in 51 at different group chats.
GK, you know how I feel about this, huh?
I had to drop out of a few.
Good. Plus EV decision.
That one's in there, 57 and low. Tanic lays off for ball 1. Inside, 2-0 to Tanic. And a hush falls over Hideaway. 57.
Oh, wow. Dialed in is Tanic. He knows. Because Tanic, I'm up here in the booth every Wednesday with Tanic. He knows these players. He knows their tendencies, understands what shape of the pitch.
Ruesch incredulous that Tanic didn't swing at that last pitch, but he does walk again.
I'll give you a little tip, some of you guys watching. It's not the speed we pick up, it's the shape of the pitch. You know, and that's a straighter slider that's going to naturally have more spin and speed on it. That's what Tanic's recognizing there. And that, oh man.
That'll be first and third. Justin Hicks shoots that one into right field. Actually, that'll score. That hits the wall. That's a double. We have a tie ball game, and just like that, the Cajuns are not looking to close it out and win, but they're hoping to extend it into extra innings and survive.
Oh, that Cinderella story lasted about 2 minutes as Justin Hicks gets his night started. RBI double. I guess you're never out of it when you have Adam Tanic in your side getting things started. And there's Tavano. He's been prevalent to the right side tonight. And Cajuns plus 2.5 backers now really biting their teeth here. A walk here, and we're in some trouble at 2.5.
Tavano chops over it. Ruesch cuts off.
Oh, no.
And he shorts it. It hits a wiffle ball. A wiffle ball is part of the ground. Did like a 360. Ruesch cut off Evans. Evans had a clear beat on that ball.
Yeah, the third baseman, sometimes you'll let him cut off that ball there. I mean, that's fine. Should have just made the play. I mean, very, very standard play there, and it didn't get done. And now, if you have plus 2.5, you get out the fingernail clippers. Don't bite them. just chop him off. As one swing of the bat from Gannon, and we have some serious spread drama.
Yeah, a fly ball into left field, right. And you have a tag-up scenario. Justin Hicks standing on third base. And it looks like Tom was trying to go that way.
Yeah, GK, I keep talking about the spread, but we also have a tie ball game here, and just one run wins it for the Vipers. You're right. Good. Thanks for reeling me in there.
Taco Doll 199's got that magenta 2 next to his name. He's rooting for a walk-off.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good stuff.
Swing and a miss from Gannon. That'll be the first out of the inning.
That's a tough out, though. That's the big one. That's the one you needed. Gonna leave it for some of the other Vipers to get it done. Gannon, a very difficult hitter to strike out.
Jim, it looks like the rain has subsided for now in between games number 1 and 2. We'll try to get that center field camera back.
And along with that rain, the wind has calmed down a little bit. Yeah, some just strange little system went through there. Interesting.
A little haboob. Swing and a miss from McDowall.
Oh, Ruesch doing the Wiffle Lord's work right now. Just absolutely putting this thing on his back here.
If they can wiggle out of this.
Yeah, just kind of taking advantage of the bottom of the order a little bit here. And now Trench, our good friend and broadcaster, always trying to root for Trench, but must stay neutral in this situation, GK. He's got the beanie back on, though.
A hit of any kind wins the game. Lay off that one.
Another interesting scenario is getting the lineup turned over to Mr. Tanic. So also being patient while trying to win the game. Understand a walk might win you the game, too, with who's on deck. So you want to calm the anxiety here and just let the game come to you. No reason to get aggressive, over-aggressive, and expand your zone.
It's outside.
This is a great job by Trench. 3-0 with who's on deck. This is almost an auto take.
Swing and a miss.
Goes after it on a good pitch. He's aggressive. I like it.
It is the bottom of the 6th. The game is tied. There are 2 runners on. The count is full. What's he going to do? Swing and a miss, and Ruesch gets him out of it. The Sandvipers will strand 2. The game remains tied, and we go into extra innings.
Wow, back foots him there. Goes with the back foot curveball. Trench swings over the top of it. That was ball 4 for sure. Couple big plays in that inning. But minimizing damage again. GK, what a game 1 we're being treated to here.
What a performance by Ryan Ruesch there in the bottom of the 6th. Saved the game for the Cajuns there.
Yeah, was that second? What was that?
It was 3 strikeouts in a row.
Wow. Great stuff. Got the Vipers kind of on their back heels here. They've made some mistakes they typically don't make. Tanic, they got the Tanic in the last inning. Wow, what a game.
And the pitcher, Ryan Ruesch, doing his job defensively for his Cajuns, will lead off here in the top of the 7th. Try to help himself, help his own cause. Of course, the Vipers, the home team, will have their fair ups regardless of what happens here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, rules changed to no more runner at second base. Almost proved costly in that Friday night series with the Warbirds and the Lightning. Ran a little late out here.
Yeah.
If we do that too many times, we might have to...
2 games went into the 8th inning.
Might have to think about bringing that rule back if we have too much of that.
Yeah, one of those 51 group chats I was in was lighting up during that series. That'll be a comebacker. Tanic secures it easily. Fires 174 into the backstop, out number 1. I'll bring up the top of the lineup, Andrew Leday.
Dangerous hitter here. He's going to feel pretty confident against that 12-6 that Tanic features. Yeah, Leday is. I noticed that his last at bat, super far off and deep.
Just an easy swing, too. It never looks like he's putting too much into it.
Yeah, this is how he's able to go the other way. He kind of just
waits until that last moment, then brings the hands through.
Kind of makes a down the middle pitch outside, too, where he can just shoot it that way.
Tanic steps laterally off the pitching rubber, tries to come back across the hands of Leday, but misses. He's going to shoot it into left field. Off the hands of Gannon. Into the container. It's a triple.
GK, you just don't see that very often out of Tom Gannon. That's a rare defensive mishap. Hard to call it a mishap of how hard that ball's hit. But the expectations of Tom Gannon is that he makes that play, and I know he expects that of himself.
We'll be sure to ask Tom about that later. There are wet conditions out here. Was there a little bit of moisture on that ball? Looked like it just skipped right off his palms.
That's about as upset as you'll see Gannon out there. He fired that ball back in from left field.
Casey Nielsen nearly shoots that one.
I mean, he's a three-way player, hitting, pitching, and defense, and I think the defense he takes the most heart. He takes that personal.
Sure.
That's the part of his game that he expects to be locked down no matter what. Your hitting and pitching varies, but your defense is controllable.
Big spot for Nielsen here. Runner on third, 1 out. Tanic misses high and away.
And Weber brings up a good point in the chat here. We do have a speed situation at third. Tag up spot for sure. But Leday.
Ooh, and a non-competitive swing from Casey Nielsen there. He'll strike out.
I don't think Leday is the most fleet of foot there on third base.
Tag up play no longer in play now with 2 outs.
You're right.
Will Morris. Looks like Tanic tried to go over the top there, spiked it. And he'll shoot it left side. It will hit the container. That's a double and an RBI for Will Morris. The Cajuns jump ahead 6-5.
Cajuns are pumped up on the sidelines there. They have found themselves a budding superstar in Will Morris, showing the ability to go to all fields. That was a beautiful piece of hitting by the lefty.
Anthony Michael, deliberate in his approach at the plate. And watch that one high for ball 1.
There's a crucial runner out there at second base, this insurance run, with Tanic leading off the bottom half. This is a crucial AP here.
Spikes at 1, 2, and 1 to Michael. Way ahead now, 3 and 1. And another one. It looks like Tanic might be having some problem with the moisture. See him wiping his hands. Several that he spiked right down into the turf. There's another runner on for Bo Evans.
Evans an up the middle hitter here, and they're giving it to him.
Off his leg, foul ball. Chance for Evans to blow this one open. He's going to step out of the box.
Tanic playing some gamesmanship here, taking his time.
Evans does a good job getting his bat out of the way.
Yeah, that one coming behind him.
Miss away.
And Tanic has thrown a few non-competitive pitches here in the last 2 batters.
Evans will dish that one right over to Justin Hicks. Catches in the air, out number 3, but the Cajuns do jump ahead. They carry a 1-run lead into the bottom of the 7th inning. The Vipers will have another chance to walk it off here.
I mean, some of the games we're treated to in this league, GK, I mean, night after night, some of the action we're presented with. I mean, what a game here in game 1.
Hard to think, Jim, that about a year ago, this league was just in its budding stages. We were just looking for anybody that wanted to play.
Yep.
Just to fill up teams and get things going, and how quickly the competition has gotten that much stronger in the PLW.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You can't. There's no more teams you can kind of roll over anymore, and obviously we can't predict who's going to finish where anymore either, because our mid preseason rankings are already kind of in the toilet.
I want to give a lot of credit to the commissioner who has come up with the leagues and the draft rules to try to achieve parity in this league. It's obviously been successful.
Yeah, and what it's going to bring you is nightly action and nightly games just like this. I mean, the parity is what brings that. Good point.
Tanic leads off here in the bottom of the 7th. Looks at ball 1.
Yeah, 6-5 doesn't feel that big of a lead now.
Comebacker.
Feels
right to Ruesch.
A little bit bigger now after that out, though. Big out there.
Justin Hicks, no slouch himself, capable of tying this game with one swing of the bat. He might be trying to do that.
Plenty of tension in the air at the hideaway.
That one's in there. Tink's top pipe, but it's 58 miles per hour and a ball.
Here's Hicks. He's going to be aggressive here. Maybe he can get him to expand his zone. And that's exactly what Ruesch does. Great pitch.
Fouled off the hands.
Use hitters' aggression, and especially when they're got count leverage. You can use that aggression to get a hitter to kind of open up a little bit, especially if you can make the pitch enticing.
Another comebacker into the hands of Ruesch.
Oh!
And he nearly misses.
Wow.
It hit the top bar and came back into play for an out.
GK, I thought that hit one of your lights initially and maybe went back into play, but I don't have the best view of it with my monitor in the way. But very fortunate there.
Yeah. Hicks actually was standing right between Ruesch and the backstop, and Ruesch didn't want to hit him, so he intentionally avoided throwing right at Hicks, and it nearly cost him.
And now Tavano finds himself in a big pressure situation.
Game is on the line. 2 outs. Evens the count 2-2.
Ruesch with 1 walk. That's very, very...
If he strikes him out, you're going to hear an explosion.
Oh.
Full count.
Just the closest you feel to victory, you're often the most far away.
Another comebacker. Ruesch is going to make all 3 plays, and there's the explosion from Ruesch. The Cajuns take game number 1 in extra innings, 6-5.
Cajun Nation, GK. The underdog has come and scooped game 1 outright here.
And for everybody who had Cajuns and the points, you have won the bet. Thank you for joining us for game number 1 of this 3-game series between the Cajuns and the Sandvipers. The Cajuns take it by a score of 6-5. Stick around for game number 2 straight ahead. And welcome back to Hideaway Field, getting ready to start game number 2 between the Cajuns and the Sandvipers. The Cajuns upsetting the Sandvipers in game number 1 in extra innings by a score of 6-5. I'm Greg Kelly, joined by my broadcast partner, Jim Dodos. Jim, it's been a crazy night out here at Hideaway Field. It started calm, it got windy, the rain came in, the lead went back and forth, we went into extras. And the Cajuns finally prevailed by a score of 6-5.
Yeah, a teeter-totter game there. A lot of heart by those Cajuns. Falling behind 3-1, falling behind 4-3, coming back, taking the lead and taking that game, and sets up a great rest of the series with the underdog taking the first game. Games 2 and 3 shouldn't disappoint.
We want to remind all of our viewers watching on Twitch that you can bet your Wiffle points. Let's get the prediction open over there on the right side. Who will win this game? You can do so by pressing on the PLW emblem next to the chat, or you can press the purple prediction button. You can bet as few or as many Wiffle points as you want. 93.2K points already bet so far on this game. Jim, I'm going to leave you alone just for a second. The skies have cleared here at Hideaway Field. We had a little bit of rain, so we had to lose our center field camera. I do wear a couple of hats here, so I'm going to go put on my engineer hat and get that center field camera back up for
Get
us.
after it, GK. I'll take it from here. Wiffle points, wiffle points, wiffle points. Let's see it. Show me the money. Lay it down. It looks like we have 2.5 again. Some little bit of betting notes for this game for you handicappers. Leday and crew on the mound. Very kind of limited the innings in that game for extra innings. Boba with 3, Leday only throwing 2, and Ruesch only with 3 innings. So plenty of bullpen support for the Cajuns. Tom Gannon using 6 innings and likely will not be featured in game 2. It looks like Adam Tanic on the bump here as we roll into game number 2. Andrew Leday to lead it off. He hit the ball very, very well in game 1, including a home run. His second of the season. Here we go, game 2. Anything that copies game 1 will be a success. As Tanic misses high, this is Jim Adodos taking over solo for a little bit as GK works on our camera angles. Man of many hats, Greg Kelly, right as Leday swings through that for strike 2. The 1-2 misses down. Tank plus minus 2.5 is a run line. Sandvipers favored by 2.5 runs. They need to win by 3 for you to cash your bet. On the flip side, Cajuns are plus 2.5.
Let's go!
As this wet, I'm hearing from some of the feedback I'm hearing from the players down there is that they're dealing with a wet ball. I mean, we had some steady rain come down for about 2 innings in that last game. And this is turf, so the top of that turf might be a little bit wet. And you see Adam kind of choking some of these balls off, struggling with his grip. And he's missing the strike zone by a lot. Probably the last few hitters of game 1, he missed by quite a bit. And that has continued here into game 2. He needs to calm down, start having some fun. The things with these Cajuns, the more you struggle out there, they got some guys that are going to needle you. They're going to try to get under your skin, led by Ryan Ruesch. And he has misses again, and Tanic in danger of walking out. During the pregame broadcast, I mentioned only 3 pitchers have featured for the Vipers this season. There's no chance that is sustainable throughout a 52-game season. And that has missed, and Tanic is out of here. What is he going to do here? This is the first kind of real pitching decision they've had to make this season. I said Gannon's unlikely to feature in game 2, but maybe they plug up the boat here. For the first 6 games of this spring season, Tanic, 14 innings. Gannon, 14 innings. Trench Picone, the other 7. And this game, too, has started off with a bang. 2 straight walks. Tanic is shelved for the night on the mound. For game 2 on the mound. He won't be allowed to pitch again until game 3. As we welcome you to Hideaway Field game 2. What action. For those of you on TikTok, get over here to Twitch. This is where it's at. Get on the Wiffle Point bandwagon. GK has just finished setting up our center field cam out there, as we'll have multiple camera angles again as he joins me back in the booth. For everyone on Twitch, all 600 of you, hope you're enjoying your time tonight, your evening of entertainment. We're here every Monday to Friday. As it is going to be Tom Gannon taking the sweater off and getting back on the mound, GK.
Yeah. Adam Tanic walking out as I was setting up that camera.
GK, you missed a lot there. I mean, he walked out on 8 pitches.
Wow.
Yeah, I just could not get, you see him struggling with his grip, and I think there's a little moisture out there from that steady rain we had.
Well, without a doubt. I mean, unless there's somebody on the sidelines taking every wiffle ball that hits the turf and drying it off, they're going to be wet. They're going to be slippery. And if you have pitches that rely on using the smooth part of the ball, it's going to be hard to keep your grip on it.
Yeah, and we probably get 5 to 10 days of rain in a calendar year here in Las Vegas, so not a lot of us probably have a ton of experience pitching with a wet ball.
Yeah, and Hideaway Field not designed for it either. A lot of equipment out here not protected from the elements, hence some of our scrambling to get things covered and then uncovered as the rain passes.
Great work by you protecting our assets here.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of other cameras should that one get ruined.
And here's Will Morris, who provided the game-winning hit, I believe, in game number 1. It ultimately was the game-winning hit with a double down the left field line.
And they got him leading off.
No,
I'm sorry. Hitting third, thank you.
As this will be Gannon's 7th inning of work, so they're just going to burn through Gannon here. You're only allowed 9 innings in a series on the mound.
Oh, he smashes that one, but it's foul.
First base umpire Kyle Lohman all over that. That ball was smacked.
He's going to lift it, right field, and a good play by Cody Giordano out there in right.
Giordano kind of basket catching that. Didn't look like he knew a whole lot about it off the bat. Will Morris getting it low and in there, and you see what he can do with that pitch.
Yeah, it looked like a pitching wedge for Morris.
Yeah, gets underneath that and put a sting on it.
So Anthony Michael will step in. 2 on, 1 away. Down into the turf for a ball.
These Cajuns have already seen quite a bit of Gannon tonight. They don't look too intimidated out there. These Cajuns are fearless.
I think I heard the pop of the finger change from Gannon. Just going to loft that one in there, 46.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was from Gannon.
Sort of like a change-up drop.
He's pitched different tonight. I've faced Gannon a lot. I've been hitting off him for a good year and a half now, and he's pitched some interesting stuff tonight. I don't think it's been his best, to be honest.
Pop up. Gannon underneath it, claps his hands, and retires Anthony Michael for out number 2.
Gannon swift of foot at his position. There to make the play.
Here's Sashi Boba.
Oh, be careful.
Trying to shoot that one into right field, but fouls it back.
Boba kind of an unsung hero in game 1 there. Kind of opened up the pitching for the Cajuns. Gave them 3 solid innings of work. Kept them in the ballgame.
There's the drop ball.
Man, I've been waiting all series for that, GK. I mean, Tom has a nasty drop ball. I'm telling you, he's not throwing it on purpose.
Slider off the hands. Tavano at second base. He'll just flip it over to the waiting hands of Justin Hicks, and that's out number 3.
Yeah, Gannon maybe saves a base hit there, slowing that ball down for Tavano to move to his right and field that. That's a nice play.
After Adam Tanic walks the first 2 batters on 8 straight pitches, Tom Gannon comes in, retires the next 3 batters, and we remain scoreless as we go down to the bottom of the first. I want to thank all 640 viewers joining us live on Twitch, especially those of you who just came over from TikTok. If you haven't done so already, hit that follow button. You'll get notifications every time we go live, which is every Monday through Friday at 6 o'clock right here on Twitch. The Cajuns took game number 1, 6-5, looking to roll on here in game number 2.
Yeah, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9. I think it's just a breath of fresh air for everybody. No more 7-hour broadcasts.
Yeah.
That was tough on the broadcasters for one. 3 hours a night. I think the players are getting home earlier. I think from East Coast from Central to Pacific time zones, it fits well for our viewers. Just an overall, I think, a positive change to bring our viewers nightly action.
Yeah, got a chance to look into some of the analytics from the Twitch stream of where everyone is tuning in from. The large majority are in the continental United States. We have viewership from all over the world, Jim. South America, Europe, Canada, all over. We've got some viewers in Australia as well that are regulars in this chat. PLW, not nation, PLW world.
PLW global. Yes, I love it. Yeah, Canada always representing well. Japan represents well. That's all. Kind of a broadcaster's favorite activity is to see where everyone's from and how big of our reach is here in this growing community here in the PLW. Here's Adam Tanic.
Did he go? Checked his swing.
We will. Wow, that's close.
Looks like that was ruled a ball.
Oof.
Ball 2. Morris will come inside, 3 straight balls.
Yeah, Morris's second PLW start. Pitched very well in Game 3 and a loss versus the Legends.
That's a get-me-over pitch, 54. Phil's count.
If our viewers recall, last Wednesday in that Legends Cajun series, wind blowing from the north in. Wind was blowing in that night. Much different conditions.
And Tanic draws yet another walk, at least his third on the night.
Yeah, Tanic. That's what makes him so dangerous. That's what makes every hitter dangerous is their ability to see pitches and grind out at bats.
Bring Justin Hicks up with one on and nobody out. He looks at ball 157. Inside, lifts his arms to let that ball go by. Justin Hicks gets ahead. And Morris having trouble finding the strike zone. He's going to need to throw one down the heart. Look for a cookie here.
Yeah, could see a... Wow, both starting pitchers in this game have walked out in their first two hitters, GK.
Wow. Morris will back off the mound. The Cajuns will once again look around and see who is it going to be. It's going to be Andrew Leday coming in relief. Carry his own warm-up balls there. And as you said, Jim, starting this game off, both teams have had nobody out and two runners on by way of base on balls. The Sandvipers were able to get out of trouble after bringing in Gannon. Will the Cajuns be able to do the same, bringing in their ace, Andrew Leday?
Yeah, I mean, numbers don't favor them. First and second, nobody out. But the bottom of this Sandvipers lineup, at times was exploited in that game one. But Tavano is going to be the guy called upon who started having some success to right field.
We're still scoreless. If you would, down in the booth below, bring the mouse over there, drop down that predict window so we can see it up here in the booth. We love to talk a little bit about how many points are bet on each side. Don't hit predict. You don't want to make your own predictions. There we go. We see it's 60% on the Cajuns right now at plus 2.5, 40% on the Sandvipers. 242,000 wiffle points in play right now.
Yeah,
Jim.
Quite the handle for the PLW there, as we've been getting great numbers with our wiffle points.
Yeah.
Again, I'll continue to stress to our TikTok viewers, get over here and bet some wiffle points. Get involved. Get some skin in the game. It's over at Twitch.
All right, hit the left arrow now, guys, to get rid of that. As Marc Tavano gets that past Bo Evans, that's going to be a clean single. Unfortunately, Evans not able to knock that down, and the Vipers are going to jump ahead to a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Tavano really coming along here as this series goes. One pitch is all he needs. As Leday left that one a little bit elevated. Here's Gannon now. Dangerous situation.
Doing great. Kind of in the batter's eye, though.
Here's the 1-0.
The day falls behind again in here.
Yeah, all pitchers looking to be having trouble with their grips tonight.
Oh, that's a comebacker. Leday will have plenty of time to pick that up and go over to second. Bo is going to throw that one. He didn't have anywhere near enough time to get that in and nearly put it over the backstop.
Yeah, risky throw there. Never a chance at two there. Kind of gives the Vipers a free roll on the throw. Luckily, that stays in play. First and third now with one out. 1-0 Sandvipers.
Pitch inside to Kenny McDowall.
Nice pitch there. Screwball. Looks like it's coming right at a right-handed batter and kind of falls into the strike zone. Nice pitch. Leday's been having a hard time commanding that. Here's the 1-2. 1-2 fired into the ground there as Leday kind of a shake of the head there on the mound. Can't quite get his release point down. Here's a 2-2.
And Leday's got a finger ball of his own, Jim.
Yeah,
you can
he
hear
does.
that. It's audible.
Mm-hmm.
There it is again. McDowall recognizes Ruesch, fields. Nielsen does not elect to throw it from second base. And because of that, Justin Hicks will not score from third.
Yeah, that's a big strategy play out there. Early in the ball game, want to keep it a 1-0 game. Bottom of, and the 6-hitter on deck. So no, I don't hate the decision with who's on deck there. Here's Trench looking to get his night going.
Finger ball from Leday, 54 and in there.
Man, he hasn't gotten that pitch right this entire inning, and Trench, the recipient of a good one there. That's tough luck.
I know the feeling.
You watch your first two hitters, you can't, not even close to the strike zone, and then you get up there and he figures it out.
Yeah.
Trench,
it's not always fair.
Trench hitting 5th and 6th in this Vipers order, always has tons of opportunities with runners in scoring position. This is no different here.
Swing and a miss from Picone. That will be the third out. Leday does finish off the inning, but the Sandvipers do get ahead 1-0. This is game number 2 of a 3-game series between the Cajuns and the Sandvipers. Cajuns did take game number 1, 6-5 in extra innings. Sandvipers jump ahead 1-0 here in game number 2. Looks like that betting should be closed. I hope it's closed.
Yeah.
We do have a score, so if that bet line is not closed yet, let's definitely close it. Hard for us to see on our screen right now. If we can figure out how to close off all those graphics, and we can see those guys back in the chat. Justin Hicks going to hop back up onto the mound here for the Sandvipers as we move into the top of the second.
Yeah, big deal here. This is the first pitcher that's not named Tanic, Picone, or Gannon for the Vipers this year. So me being a competitor in this league, I am all eyes on Justin Hicks right now as the Cajuns have breached the Sandvipers' 3-headed attack here.
Yeah, Hicks did get a little bit of time up on the mound in season number 3. Not a whole lot in this early season number 4.
Well done by the Cajuns here. They've proven to be a legitimate pest in this league. They will not mind being behind 1-0. They're going to absolutely think they have a great chance at winning this game. No more Tanic for this game. Gannon has 7 innings pitched tonight. He only has 2 left. Yep. So it's going to be up to somebody on the Sandvipers is going to have to step up either offensively and try to win this game with their bats, or a pitcher will have to emerge here in this spring season.
Yep, they're going to need to get definitely a few serviceable innings out of Justin Hicks here. They don't want to start to burn up Trench's innings, as he is surely slated to start game number 3. Yeah. So it'll be Justin Hicks versus Ryan Ruesch here to start off the top of the second. We'll watch ball 1 inside.
Ruesch going to look to go to right field early in the season. He's going to look for the ball away from his body and try to something he can just go with as the temperature steadily decreasing here.
Oh, yeah. Wet, cold, rainy evening as Ruesch slots one out into right field, drops just into fair territory.
Executed his plan to perfection right down that right field line and hops into the wall for a double. Gannon, no chance to get that one. Way too far of a run. Cajuns immediately start the fire here in the second.
Bring up the top of the order with Andrew Leday. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Hicks delivers one low for ball 2. That one hits the carpet.
Yeah, the carpet is in the green carpet, GK. That didn't even hit the brown mat there. That was not close.
And as Andrew Leday is off to do, he just sticks the bat out, pokes it into left field, and will score Ryan Ruesch. We got a tie ball game.
Hey, thanks for fulfilling your promise.
Cajuns not behind long. They don't know what being behind is, GK, and that's a good characteristic for a team. They don't know when they're getting beat.
Yep.
They just keep going and plugging away and doing their thing. And Leday finds another hole. And that was a pitch maybe you wouldn't want to be aggressive on, but Leday looks thinking hit all the way there. Kind of tough to be aggressive there when you haven't seen a strike, not even close to a strike, and gets his pitch.
There's Nielsen. Nielsen's looking for something that he can tag. Hicks not looking too comfortable yet.
Yeah, the Cajuns got the Vipers reeling a little bit here. These guys are on their back, kind of some roller skates here.
Showing they're human.
Absolutely.
And Casey Nielsen will take 4 straight pitches to walk to first base.
And it's really been 8 straight balls. I mean, none of the pitches Leday stalled were strikes either. Leday choosing to swing at that 3-1 and poking that, but Hicks hasn't been close.
Look for Will Morris to break this game wide open if he can get something over the plate.
Yeah, and you see Hicks blowing into his hands. He's visibly uncomfortable out there. It's cold. Oh.
Big cut, but a miss.
An effective pitch there just below the bottom bar. Location wins out again.
That's low, evens the count 2-2.
Yeah, makes the adjustment there. Very similar pitch there. Spits on it.
Holds off, fills the count.
Yeah, developing situation here at the Hideaway. Nobody out. No innings for Trent Picone yet. He's got to be sitting over there wondering when his time's up.
Tagged.
Oh,
Marc
wow,
Tavano,
what a play.
great play. Flips over to Dean at second. Dean will eat it.
Wow, that ball stuck to Tavano's left hand there.
What a play by Marc Tavano over at second base. Makes the flip to Dean. Dean elects not to throw the ball. And Leday will advance over to third on that play. Will Morris reaches first on a fielder's choice. Bring up Anthony Michael. The one away. Runners on the corners. In there at 54. Hicks finds the strike zone.
Splits the plate in half, or splits the pan in half, shall I say. Michael fighting from behind here. Hicks looking to weasel out of this thing.
And go in high and tight. 1-2. Swing and a miss from Michael. He will strike out.
Man, big strikeout there. As the Cajuns will be disappointed to only sneak away one here. Tavano with a great play, and Hicks bouncing back as well.
Boba. Foul that one directly down into the ground.
Boba coming in hitting 273, GK. He had some big hits last week against some good pitching.
Watch that one, low and away.
Finds himself in a big spot here early in this game, too.
Oh, he wants that one back. That one was way inside.
Yeah, and with the condition of his knee, he's got to be careful on those ones where you're kind of twisting, kind of corkscrewed him into the ground there, and that's not going to be comfortable. You see him limping over there a little bit.
Boba broke his kneecap.
Yeah.
If you follow the Cajuns Whiffs on Instagram, there's some pretty graphic illustrations of what happened to Boba. He had his knee completely reconstructed after breaking his patella. And we put that back together for him. Long road to recovery, but he's back out here with that knee brace on.
Yeah, I don't think that one felt too good, GK. We wish a little grimace on his face there.
Sure. Usually not a whole lot of injuries playing wiffle ball, but a lot of these are multi-sport athletes. I believe Sashi Boba injured his knee playing basketball.
Absolutely. Great way to be a part of a community in a big city where it's tough to meet people often. And
sure.
Yeah, this something that Adam Tanic has provided the players in this league is an opportunity to connect and be a part of something. Speaking of our commissioner, he is at the bat here in the second. 1-1 ball game.
Oh. Swung on, hit hard down the right baseline. Will Morris gets in front of it.
Will comfortably sliding in front of that, preventing the double leadoff hit by Tanic. As you see more and more players folding their arms, hands in mouth, it's getting cold here.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to stay cold, GK, probably through about Thursday or Friday. I'm happy I don't play again until Thursday next week.
It's going to get colder.
Yes. A high of 52 tomorrow I saw. That's a high of 52, GK.
I'm not looking forward to it. Right now I have gloves on, a winter coat, long johns, and I am still shivering.
Yeah, going to be trading out blazers and jackets for long johns and snowboard jackets, I believe, tomorrow. I'll be in the booth tomorrow, and I got a game plan for that.
Yeah.
Here's Hicks here. Great job by getting out of that jam in the first.
I can guarantee you, Jim, one of the next additions at the new field will be a announce booth that is indoors.
Yes,
it's
yes.
actually enclosed.
Nice pitch right on the number there.
55 double nickels for Leday.
Yeah, a lot of benefits to that. I think our players would appreciate that they don't have to hear the broadcasters in the middle talk about their at-bat in the middle of the
We're going to
at-bat.
still make it convertible. We're going to make it so that front window can still open up.
I like it. Well, yeah, it might get a little hot in there.
Yeah.
We do play in the summertime, which we'll be complaining about the exact opposite of this in the summertime.
Yeah.
Tune in for our summer broadcast where we still complain about the weather.
I'm looking forward to walking inside an indoor area and just not covering up all of our equipment with a tarp at the end of the night.
And here is Marc Tavano. He's had himself a nice little series, plenty of series left as well.
He's going to poke it over to Nielsen. He's going to flip it to 2. Bo Evans. He's going to slip as he throws it. And maybe that slip might have cost him a little bit. He hit the center panel, but over 5 seconds. So,
yeah, GK, the middle infield of the Cajuns not convincing me there. The feet and the turn a little slow. A tough ball, long throw to second there. That's one of the longer double plays you'll see. But they do well to get one out. And it's Tom Gannon. First and third here.
tag-up situation is in play. Tanic with his foot on the line at third base.
As you see Gannon set up, good shot of Gannon there, where he sets up in that batter's box. That's a Tanic and Gannon both do that. The back left corner out there. They want to see pitches a long time.
High, right field, back, and gone. A 3-run shot by Tom Gannon will put the Sandvipers ahead 4-1.
Yeah, finally gets a pitch that he can get extended on, gets underneath it. Great flight to that one in these conditions. A 3-run blast to put the Sandvipers in front.
Tom Gannon is going to unlock his phone before he puts it on the end of his selfie stick and takes a photograph to commemorate that 3-run home run. Sandvipers ahead 4-1.
No doubter there.
It's Kenny McDowall. He's going to shoot this one straight up. Somebody's got to call it. Off the hands of Morris. Will it dribble to the back wall? It will not. And that'll be a dirty single for McDowall.
Yeah, not as windy as it was earlier in game one, but still blowing pretty good. That ball was, Will Morris moving to his right with the ball moving to center field.
Yeah,
Tough one there.
Right into the Bermuda Triangle there. Everybody converging.
Yeah, with bodies coming at him. Yes, you're right.
Picone will watch that slider high for ball 1.
Good eye by Trench. Runner at first, 1 out. Key point in this game.
54 in there. 1-2. And this high and away, even the count.
I want to say there's another knuckleball there from Leday, trying to get that pitch going.
Fills the count.
Yeah, Trench grinding out at bats. Let's see if he can blow this thing open, GK. 1 out. Dangerous hitter on deck.
Oh, and it's in there. He freezes him 52 miles per hour. Picone will get caught looking.
Picone going down looking there. Leday battling out there. He's got to keep this at 4. Oh, a little bit of a mechanical adjustment there, GK.
Looks like a quick pitch.
Yeah, quick pitched him.
Tanic's second appearance in this inning. He had a base hit to start it off.
Yeah, GK, one of the favorite things of having you as a broadcast partner is I get to look over your shoulder and you keep score, and it helps me out a ton.
StatCast not yet installed in the PLW booth.
Yeah. We rely on our great memories up here at the booth and hand skills, writing things down.
Swing and a miss by Tanic. He will strike out to end the inning, but the Sandvipers strike a 3-run shot by Tom Gannon, puts their team ahead as we move to the top of the third.
And that's huge there by Tom Gannon, by Andrew Leday, as you know, the Vipers are short-staffed at the moment. This is a great chance for the Cajuns to get right back in this game. And they got the guy you want on the hill. You know, Hicks has looked a little bit shaky.
Yeah.
And Gannon really can't. I mean, he has 2 innings left, so his impact in this series is minimized.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot of variety from Hicks. It usually looks like he's just coming right over in that 3/4 arm slot, looking for a slider to come in.
Yeah, 552. You being entertained with a great Tuesday series in Las Vegas. If you're watching on TikTok, get over and join the action. Game 3 upcoming. Another chance to get some wiffle points and bet those. Multiple camera angles and us broadcasters, of course.
Justin Hicks will return to the pitching rubber for the Sandvipers here in the top of the third inning. Ryan Ruesch will lead off for the Cajuns. Look at that one in there. 55 on the nose.
Almost a fastball there from Hicks. That thing just 55 straight as an arrow.
And he follows it up with something that looks like it got caught on his finger and nearly a wild pitch. And a little bit of tailing movement outside in.
I think that was that was another one in the wiffle ball there. I think he's taking some notes from Tom Gannon.
Yeah.
Don't hang out with Tom too much, Hicks.
Looks like he's got a little variety. He's just waiting until he gets ahead in the count to try it, as you're off to see out here in PLW.
Yeah, that's definitely the time to experiment some new pitches ahead of 0-2.
Now that he's fallen behind a Leday here, we'll expect to see that slider. And there it is. It
right back at him.
The middle.
Does it have enough to get to the wall?
It does.
Wow, that was kicked by McDowall.
Oh, wait a second.
Wow.
Oh, we got a kick. Do we have a replay on that?
Let me see that. How did he dive for that? It looked like he dived feet first, but my eyes...
Oh, he did.
Wow.
And that's the sliding play. One of the rules that changed here in season number
play by
4,
McDowall.
Jim. Outfielders are allowed to use their feet when in a sliding motion, and a kick save and a beauty by Kenny McDowall.
I don't know if I've ever seen it used in that way there. That was brilliant. That was a brilliant play by McDowall, keeping that in.
What a play.
Almost slide tackled that ball. Here's Hicks trying to get there, not going to make it. Yeah, it's almost like he soccer slide tackled that ball out of there, kind of scooped it away from a defender, but no defender present.
Yeah, MJ Patricus in the chat. That is indeed legal. McDowall was engaged in a slide. Outfielders are permitted to use their feet when engaged in a slide. New rule.
Wow. I'm entertained by it. It was a great play.
Yeah.
Very instinctive.
Nielsen's going to foul that one back into the strike zone.
Cajuns looking to chop away at this deficit. Down early.
Good eye.
2-2.
Looks like our chat is about 50-50 on that one.
Oh, Nielsen's going to turn on that one, but it's foul.
Yeah, I got one in his wheelhouse. Just couldn't keep it fair. Seems like a good poll question. You guys downstairs.
Yeah. How do you feel about the outfielder sliding full body rule? We'll fill up the count here.
Jim, we subscribing with Prime. Love our primers here. Exclamation point Prime.
It's going to be a cookie. It's a cookie. It's up. It's left. Not enough
It's
behind.
down.
A lot of movement on that. That was what would normally be a pop-up, but a lot of movement from the wind. Brought it back to McDowall, but unable to bring it in.
He did everything right, GK. Got his body underneath that, kind of chased the wind, and just didn't make the catch. Yeah, that ball's down.
So Nielsen aboard on an error. Oh, we had another tough one, and the Sandvipers are having a rough go defensively in this inning.
Is that ball down?
Definitely down. It's a single.
Well, Will Morris is walking back to the plate. I thought that ball hit the ground.
Wait a second. What happened?
What, did he make that catch? I couldn't see. There's too many bodies
I couldn't
in
either.
front of me.
In the chat, somebody let us know what happened.
No,
He caught it. Good
wow, that must have been an amazing
We're the only
catch.
ones on the field, Jim, that couldn't see that play.
Michael Dean. Yeah, it was kind of straight away from us, and we had Hicks to go through and a few other bodies in front of us.
Unbelievable. Anthony Michael struck out his last at-bat. He's got 2 on and 2 outs.
Interesting defensive inning here.
Hicks has fallen behind almost every batter.
And Hicks walked his first hitter. I believe he's...
And he's going to walk Anthony Michael there. Hicks is done.
And Tanic is done. He walked out the first 2 batters. Gannon has 2 innings left. He's talking to Michael Dean. Look at this. Oh, no, he's
telling Dean to go to third base and bring Picone in.
that was great.
Picone has used none of his 9 available innings, and he's going to have to use one right here in the top of the 3rd of game number 2. Picone usually slated to start game number 3. They're going to want to try to keep as many available for him in that game as possible, but things often change, as it's unusual to see Adam Tanic walking out early in a game.
GK, while Picone warms up, I might leave you solo for a short break here.
Let's do it. Things got... I want to apologize to all of our viewers at home if you hear me with a little bit of the sniffles. It looks like the cold conditions and the wind might have affected me a little bit in that way. Trench Picone, he's going to feature a slider, a drop ball. He's got a screwball that he rarely ever uses, says it hurts his shoulder. He's got a pitch that we affectionately call the trench. It comes in at about 48 miles per hour, big sweeping curveball. Looks like it just stops on a dime and takes a left turn at the last second. Catches a lot of batters swinging ahead of it. Look at the poll up there. Do you like the foot sliding rule on the last play? And looks like it is definitely a 50-50. It looks like never use your foot, but a lot of people saying maybe, and that might make up for the people. So jury's still out on that rule. It was talked about heavily in the off-season discussions, and the idea was that in order to make a play like that in a slide, it's still going to be an athletic play, as we saw Kenny McDowall do. We certainly don't want anyone sticking their feet up while they're standing, and that is still illegal. You can't just walk over and put your foot out and stop the ball. That remains illegal. All right, Trench Picone is up now. 2 runners on. Bases loaded for Boba. He's going to pop that one up. Oh, and Picone goes all out, sacrificing life and limb, diving in to the home dugout, unable to make the play. But what an attempt. Bases loaded, 0-2 to Boba, 2 outs. Looking to eat into this 3-run deficit. He was going to pop that one up. That was the trench. Trench deliberate on the mound. Oh, and he'll tink that one, but it's hot. 57 miles per hour. And 1-2 to Boba. The trench comes in but high. Evens the count at 2-2. Boba looking for something to hit. Holds off. Full count. Boba. Big, deep breath as he steps out of the box. Trench trying to lighten things up, a little chatter. There's the trench. Boba, a little early on it, smashes it foul down the third baseline.
Yeah, that's a great spoil there by Sashi.
Absolutely coming back.
Probably going to see something like that again. Should get a good pitch to hit here. It's either going to be a great pitch to hit or a ball. Shouldn't see anything new.
And it's in there, 39 miles per hour. Trench throws him a lollipop and freezes him. Sashi Boba is going to want that one back.
Yeah, Trench throws an uppercut to the broadcaster there as I have no clue what I'm talking about.
Wow.
Throws Sashi exactly something new there. Huge pitch.
Just goes with the medium ethos. Hits the PLW emblem on the pan.
That's beautiful work there from Trench to get out of that. Wow, that's incredible. Sashi had no chance there.
The Cajuns strand 3. Ouch. That is probably going to be a play of the week. Mark that one down.
Yeah, and he did it in the big spot. And that's kind of something me and Chad and some other guys have been talking about is that 3-2 pitch. What do you do? And is a cookie an option anymore? And it's not. You got to come up and you got to compete with your best stuff. Yeah. I love Trench inventing something on the fly there. Something I was trying to tell our squad last night as the ones were battering us around a little bit. And yeah, you got to get creative on the mound sometimes. Just try some new stuff.
It's just Trench having ice in his veins there a little bit.
Yeah, that was
veteran
great.
Move.
Oh, he's a competitor.
He could see how nervous Sashi was. Tried to lighten things up a little with some chatter before delivering that pitch. Justin Hicks will lead off here in the bottom of the third.
A little demoralizing there to not come away with a run. But the Cajuns still battling. And if anything, they get to see Trench before Game 3.
Popped over to the right side. Nielsen does a good job picking that up. There's a little hop as he delivers it in the backstop.
Yeah, delivered in 3-4-3.
Yeah, plenty of time.
A bit reckless there on that hop, but I like it.
I think he probably thought he had a little less time than he had. Oh, boy. It's not getting any warmer, is it?
Ooh, GK. I'm struggling. It's getting windier and colder.
If I call in sick to work tomorrow, you'll know what happened.
Yeah, affecting the players, too. You see plenty of the Cajuns defenders there, hands to mouth, moving around. Nobody's trying to stand still.
Oh, yeah. Nielsen over there at second.
Yeah, Nielsen's freezing.
Shaking his fingers out. Trying to put his hands into his pockets in between batters. Smart.
Yeah, tough to pitch in these conditions, too. I mean, just feel for the ball can't be great, as Nathan Ruesch is going to replace Andrew Leday, who walks out of this in the third.
Yeah, he walked Hicks back in the second. He walks Tavano here in the third. And we'll get Nathan Ruesch. I think I've got an idea for a new poll. Who's got the better mustache? Nathan Ruesch or Ryan Ruesch?
Yeah, that's a great one there, GK.
Nathan's going with the state trooper. Excuse me. Ryan is going with the state trooper stash. Nathan going with the handlebars, more of a Doc Holliday look on Nate.
Ooh, nice reference there, GK. I kind of like the straightforward look, the cop look on Ryan Ruesch there.
Looks to be a little bit superstitious, Nathan. Still keeping the cap on his Cajuns hat. The tag on his cap.
Yeah, that's going to be an active tag in these conditions. Not going to be able to miss it. Tom Gannon's going to be the hitter, it looks like. He's been responsible for the difference in this game.
Everyone out at Hideaway Field is frozen to the bone. No one is talking. It is dead silent out here. The rustling of the palms is just about all that we hear.
Welcome to the PLW. Like I said, in the summer, we'll be complaining about the exact opposite.
Have we ever had a game called in the PLW? Have we ever had a weather delay?
We've had a delay, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Last year, I think it might have been yesterday. I think Vegas was covered in snow.
Oh, that's right. A year ago yesterday.
Yeah. And this field I was here that day, and it was literally a couple inches of snow on the ground here. And we did not play that day, GK. That was our spring season.
All right, 1 on and 2. Excuse me, I believe there's only, is there 1 or 2 outs here?
Let's see, leading off the inning was GK keeping score. Never going to fall you.
But I don't know if I'm right. I'm looking at the graphics and seeing 2 outs. I thought Hicks led off with a grounder, with a ground out, and then Tavano walked. So that would be only 1 out, but I could be wrong.
Tom ahead in the count.
2 down, says
Looks
the
like
chat.
the chat is going to get us squared away.
And that will, yeah, now there's 2 down.
Oh, man, we got it. Nailed it again. Never fault the broadcasters keeping score by hand. GK is all over it. Take that, chat.
Yeah. 2 down for Kenny McDowall. Sorry about the sniffles, everybody. I know you can hear that at home.
No, I love it. GK, toughing it out with me here in the booth tonight. I need your energy up here as it gets colder.
Looks like Ryan Ruesch running away with the mustache pull.
That was a good pull, GK. Straightforward, to the point. I agree with the pull.
Deep, center field, back. Off the hands of Will Morris. Did it hit the pink box sign? I believe it did.
I think it did, yeah. That's going to be a double, a dirty double.
Well, if it's off his hands in the air, it would be a triple.
Oh, good point.
And it did. It hit the wall on the fly. That'll score Tavano. And McDowall go all the way over to third.
Good on Morris there for coming good and being honest out there.
It's rough conditions out here. We've seen a lot of these plays tonight.
Yeah, and we've seen it as it gets colder, too. Ball bouncing off guys' hands. These guys are, it's almost batting glove conditions out there for the players.
Yeah, of course, PLW rules do clearly stipulate fielders may not wear gloves of any kind.
Really?
Yeah. Have to go bare hands.
Yeah, it looks like about 43 degrees here in Las Vegas at the moment here. Yeah, it's dropped a bunch.
Picone will foul that one straight back.
Yeah, he wants that one again. Good swing there by Trench.
Inside, full count.
AK.
That'll walk him.
And Ruesch trying to battle his way through this 5-1. Still a game. Cajuns not out of this yet. We haven't seen that just big comeback yet in the PLW that we've seen in seasons past yet. We'll for sure have one this year.
Runners on the corners.
I've seen the Night Owls come back down 5 with 2 outs in the last inning.
Tanic was trying to hit that over the palms in right field. Fouls it off.
Conditions.
That one's down and away. Evens the count.
Yeah. Everyone in the chat, the weather heroes in the chat. It's 24 is where I'm at. Well, you're not outside playing wiffle ball.
Yeah.
It's cold here, I promise.
Yeah, we don't have any thick skin. We're a bunch of Vegas babies. We do actually get extreme weather here.
Indeed.
I saw something today that said the weather's just like throwing out lottery numbers. Like 72 on Monday, 41 on Wednesday.
That's the thing. Yeah, we can't stay consistent here. It is like that here.
Bases are loaded as Tanic draws yet another walk. If you want to see full stats and see how many walks Tanic has on the season to start this series, you can type in !stats into the chat. It'll redirect you to our full stat database. I know he's got 2 in this game. At least 2 in game number 1.
Is this Sashi you're talking about?
I'm talking about Tanic has drawn at least 4 walks tonight.
4 walks tonight. Yeah, Tanic has been a machine up there. Yeah, he's either doing damage swinging or he'll gladly take that base. He's a candidate for 40 to 60 walks this year probably.
In this 54-game season, he could easily do it.
Yeah.
He's averaging more than 2 a game in this series.
Yeah, I'd probably bump those numbers up, actually, now that he had 50 walks last year in a 39-game season. So now that we're at 54, yeah, we're probably looking well above 60. As Sashi Boba takes the hill, pitched 3 innings in game number 1. He's got plenty left.
Justin Hicks with the bases loaded. 2 outs. Boba throws him that little drop ball down the middle. Hicks is going to take it over the container.
Oh,
He's going to take that one into the trees along the third baseline, but he hit it a mile.
Got that pitch just in enough to where he couldn't keep it fair. Wouldn't try to go in that zone again, though.
Goes outside. Hicks lays off, 2-2.
Boba kind of throwing a lot of elbows and funky delivery. A little drop there, but not close. Oh.
That's hit high. Right field, it's back, way back, over the fence, a grand slam by Justin Hicks. Will blow this one wide open.
Hicks puts the dagger in the Cajuns here. Grand slam wind ball. That thing trickled out of here, GK. A lazy fly to right that just kept going and going in that little wind tunnel out there. 9-1 Vipers can probably put a fork in this one.
They're going to be feeling a lot better about their series after this one, assuming they can hold on.
Right, and will give us a good little rubber match in Game 3.
Only the 3rd inning here, we have to start talking about the mercy rule that we have here in PLW. Any team that is up by 10 or more runs after 3 complete innings will end the game by a mercy rule.
Yep, and 6 more runs to 15. 15 will end it any time.
Yep. The sudden death mercy rule.
Yep.
Somehow Tavano felt like the hat was a little too warm for him this evening.
Yeah, nice move. Showing some toughness.
Off his back shoulder. And Boba lets that one get away from him, fills the count. And Boba will strike out Tavano. Not too much of a rejoicing from the Cajuns after giving up that 4-run shot off the bat of Justin Hicks. The Sandvipers go ahead 9-1 as we move to the bottom, or to the top of the 4th inning.
Yeah, a little bit of that kind of put the energy out of the Cajuns a little bit there. They need to remember that there's still something to fight for here. Absolutely. Have a chance to win this series still.
No fun to be losing by 8 runs. And we're going to see Ethan Weiner is going to take the hill for the Sandvipers. Ethan was recently signed.
Yeah, he's a wiffleball player out east. This is a Tom Gannon edition from his part of Massachusetts out there. He's only a temporary visitor. I think 2 to 3 weeks he's in town.
Yeah.
And kind of a short-term signing by Tanic, but does have wiffle experience. And he's going to bridge the gap, I guess, a little bit for the Vipers in this series with a lead.
Yeah, I believe he has some medium pitch and fast plastic experience over there on the East Coast from the Massachusetts wiffle ball community.
And is he throwing righty and lefty? He's going ambidextrous.
He's a switch pitcher.
No way.
What did I just
This might be a first, a PLW first here, as Ethan Weiner is taking bullpens from both arms.
Looks like he's predominantly throwing them with his right hand, but he did indeed take a few.
That's amazing.
With his left.
Weiner also supporting the bucket hat, who only Dan Pickering on the Warbirds rocks that hat normally.
Yeah. This one looks like he's literally doubles as a fishing hat.
Yeah.
There may be a spelunking.
And for the Cajuns, is Nathan Ruesch to lead things off, looking to get some momentum back on their side. 9-1 Vipers GK. Looks like we have a Nice rubber match in game 3 that awaits.
Did somebody show up with a bunch of coffee?
No, it's hot chocolate here, GK. I'd recommend you running down and grab one. There's a bag of some down there. If not, you can have some of mine.
Well, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and take that break.
Yeah, go down there.
All right.
I'm not sure how many there are, but yeah, I took a little restroom break and benefited on the trip back with a little bit of hot chocolate. As Weiner misses to make it 1-1. And that looks like that just caught the bottom bar. Great pitch there. 9-1 Vipers. Cajuns looking to get something going here in the 4th.
Good eye. 2-2.
2-2. Weiner. Short in stature. Throws a slider there, misses down, runs the count full. Any base runner will do for the Cajuns.
Debut, you don't want to mess it up.
Nathan Ruesch, tag on the hat. Ooh, fights off a tough pitch there, 56. That was ball 4, but hard to tell. Lead-off walk for Ruesch. And pressure on this Vipers bullpen again. Now that they have a lead at 9-1, they're going to save Picone's innings as he'll be the Game 3 starter. Here's Andrew Leday to try to chop away at the advantage. Weiner misses inside. 2 walks and out of here, so not a great start from Weiner. And Leday, a very capable bat. And Leday has hit a rocket into right. That's over everything. That pitch was high, and it was belted high out of here. Leday, second of the night. That's a 2-run jack. Wow, that ball was up at eye level, and it was slow enough to where he was able to match it and deposit it. 2-run bomb for the Cajuns. Nobody out. Welcome to the PLW, Ethan Weiner. Big bomb there. And some life from the Cajuns, who, like I mentioned earlier, a team that just doesn't know when they're behind. 9-1 could have fooled them. The Cajuns fight back, trim the deficit. Still 12 outs to go for these Cajuns, as the pace is slowed here in Game 2. Inside. Let's see how long of a leash Tanic's going to have. As he's got McDowall thrown in there on the right hand, on the right field line. McDowall getting some warm-up pitches. Weiner misses. And 2-2. Taken down, runs it full again. Weiner a pitch away from going out of this game. And kind of fights that off. Weiner, he's all over it. Throws that into the strike zone for the first out. Big out there as he was a pitch away from walking out of here. Going to buy himself another bouter, but it's the formidable Will Morris, who has hit the ball to all fields tonight. Misses high there at 50. Similar pitch to the one Leday parked out of here. Drops down, misses up again. Not the kind of height you want to make a living at in this league. A little bit of energy back on the sidelines for the Cajuns. Nice discipline there. 3-1 as Weiner has, again, taken it to the brink here. And that will be the short stay in the PLW for Ethan Weiner, his debut. Well, he was able to get one out for the Vipers here. And who's going to come in to Tanic's going to signal in to bring in a righty. Which righty is it? It's going to be McDowall making his PLW pitching debut. The Cajuns have trimmed this thing to 9-3.
Yeah, I left. It was 9-1. I guess I heard some rejoicing from none other than Ruesch all the way over in the right field area. I'm guessing there was a home run involved.
Yeah, Greg, and Leday probably parked that over, I'd say, over the structures. Yeah, over the palm trees for sure, across the walkway and onto the buildings across the way. Leday, easily our farthest home run of the night. A pitch that's probably at his eyes as well. High pitch, high ball out of here.
And just looking at McDowall, he looks to have good traditional mechanics up on the mound. Nice repeatable motion coming out of that overhand arm slot.
Yeah, it must be nice for the Vipers to finally kind of get their bullpen involved with a 9-1 lead. A great time to be able to go away from those three. Good job by their offense of giving them a little padded lead here where they can kind of experiment with some arms. Definitely will make them a better team in this 54-game slate that we are going to play this season.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, I mean, so much excitement early on in this season. I mean, we are in for 18 weeks of, this is week 3. Only 16% of the way so far. We're just starting on Friday we'll be 16% of the way, so still very early in the campaign.
PLW every weeknight. All the way through late winter here, spring, and into summer.
Don't sleep on the Cajuns. We'll come back in the last inning with 2 outs. It don't matter.
As you hear Ruesch trying to get the energy going, that's what he does. That's kind of what his role on the team is.
It really is.
Provide that spark.
The fire. As Anthony Michael shows bunt, pulls back. McDowall takes top bar. Evens the count 2-2. Get out in front of that one, foul it straight down.
Yeah, Michael did that on 2-2 and 2-1 and not 3-1. Auto take on 2-1. Man, got a pitch to hit.
Foul that one straight back.
Probably not going to see a cookie like that now, and it's 2-2. I mean, so he kind of chose the fake bunt at a time to where he's probably going to get his best pitch to hit.
Ooh, and he got a pitch to hit there, turns on it.
And turns on it.
Foul ball.
Bit too inside, can't keep the hands inside that ball to get, if you can keep the hands in far enough, you can generate some spin to bring that back in play.
Still 2-2.
And
That's
spins
going to
that
be
one.
a dribbler. Hicks will flip it over to Tavano at second. Tavano will put it into the backstop.
Oh, that's close.
Looks like it might be over.
And that will not be a double play over the 5-second threshold. As that slow dribbler off the bat probably cost him the double play there. Good job of getting out. Here's Boba.
2 stopwatches had that well over 5 seconds. Third base stopwatch had it at 5:19. Clock back here behind the backstop had it at 5:30. Oh, and a curve.
And Boba getting inside that one, and we see that curve towards center field. Hicks never a chance on that ball.
The ball just rolled right up the barrel of the bat, putting a lot of spin on it. Curves right away from a diving Justin Hicks.
Exactly right.
Good eye, Nate.
Nathan Ruesch.
That was shot, right off the bat, directly at Hicks, and Ruesch misses that one. That almost gets top bar. And the Cajuns